I'm waiting!
Alariel the Everqueen.
Illyrian archers! White Tower Guardian!
We will obey. It will be done. Loyal!
Orders received.
Orders received. Spearman! Without fail. As you say.
As you say.
It shall be done.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Orders received!
Spearman! Understood!
With haste!
For order!
Storm Riders!
For duty! We away!
Acknowledged!
For duty! Hold!
Serving the gods! Priestess of Isha.
At once! Lawmaster of Hoeth! Speak quickly!
Alariel the Everqueen.
As you say.
It shall be done! Setting forth! For Oath One! Moving out!
Guided by light.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Alariel the Everqueen.
Ever onwards!
Kill them! We away!
We will obey!
Onward!
We go!
March! Spearmen!
Loyal!
Lawmaster of Hoeth!
We will obey!
Lepain Lecky! China!
Quickly now!
We advance!
We will obey!
We away!
Lawmaster of Hoeth! Asser Lawmaster! Ephrai Hanathoi!
We advance!
Understood!
By Alariel! Assyrian guides us!
Driving back the dark.
Archers! For Oath One!
Ancestors!
Asser, advance!
Gyran protects me!
Alariel the Everqueen.
Apace! Setting forth!
Asa forward!
Sinai!
Illyrian archers!
Forward!
For our ancestors!
Euryther! St. Louis Sinai! Lawmaster!
Moving! Lakai! Lakai! Lakai!
As you say!
Archers! Weapons ready!
Lakai! Isha!
Yes! Asser! Forward!
For duty! Steel!
Euryther!
Onward! Orders received!
Orders received.
Quickly now!
Understood. Orior!
It will be done! Archers! Assyrian willing!
Lawmaster of power!
Servant of light. Isha! Lithra!
Can I be brave?
For duty!
Archer! Death to all! Lakoi! Asa! Forward!
Asa! Attack!
Pull back! Asa, move!
Scython seal Kadei! Chosen of power!
Alariel the Everqueen.
Lakoi!
Defending order!
It shall be done! To the fray! Orders received!
Acknowledged!
We away!
To battle!
By your command!
As you say!
Spearmen, march! Understood!
It will be done!
To battle!
Dawn's hope. In thrust!
Command me! Asa Thanon!
For all one!
Acknowledge! Asa, forward!
Kill them!
For the king!
Light of Avalon.
Apace! For the king! Without fail!
Swiftly! Eurifer!
Up one!
Spearmen!
Loyal!
Isha's chosen. They are my gifts! The greater good!
Servant of the tower!
Alariel.
Lawmaster of Hoeth!
We will obey!
I knew it. Unending glory is yours.
Okay, apparently OBS just forgot what my... microphone was. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm here now for for real this time. Anyways, I was talking about the Lore Masters of Hoeth. They're okay. They work sometimes. They're good against cavalry factions and factions where you can use Spirit Leech to, like, work on expensive characters, and they can be like a centerpiece. But they're a little overcosted, or at least they're not, like, maybe they're not overcosted. They struggle to get their value, quickly. I would say that they're pretty comparable to, like, Branch Wraiths, but they're, like, 300 gold more on average. So the Branch Wraith is a little bit better in terms of cost efficiency. But you can still use these guys. I really don't hate them. Let's actually lock in who we're playing, and then we'll see what my opponent's up to. Depending on what faction they're playing, you gotta really adjust your builds, man. High Elves do not have any one build that works. You know, some factions, I would say especially some of the Mono God Chaos factions, have a couple of, like, build archetypes that are pretty generalist in terms of its efficiency, so they work against a wide variety of factions. High Elves have nothing like that, dude. You have got to, like, you are trying to figure every single matchup out independently of one another. Nothing is a guarantee. Absolutely nothing. It's really difficult to play these guys, honestly. Alright, so what we're gonna do here, this might seem kind of wild. Stick him on the dragon. Kislev doesn't have great means to punish an Archmage. And the Archmage is gonna have regrowth. And we're gonna bring a Metal Mage. With Searing Doom and Plague of Rust. And this guy's gonna be on foot, and he's gonna run around and be annoying. We are on road to Talabheim, so we've got some cover we can sit in early, so he doesn't get killed by Little Grom. And then we'll, like, push him forward, and he'll use Searing Doom and Plague of Rust all game to kind of hammer against Kislev. And keep him honest. I don't know if I want Lothern Seaguard here, honestly. The problem with the Lothern Seaguard against Kislev is Little Grom, and then also the Ice Maiden's Kiss spell is really effective against your guys. It is kind of sad how quickly you can get pummeled by that one freaking spell, dude. I'm gonna get some Shadow Walkers, because they're actually kind of crazy. Couple, or 3 White Lions. We'll get like 2 Illyrian Reaver Cav. And a couple Silver Helms. A Bolt Thrower wouldn't be a bad idea, and the Storm Riders. 11. Is this good enough? Maybe. I mean, Kislev can go with some really wacky builds. We could end up totally, like, hard countered by my opponent here. The heavy cavalry that Kislev has is probably the scariest thing. They'll just run over you, man. I'm just playing vanilla Dom. Get Fireborn. I love the Fireborn. I don't think they're very good against Kislev. Hot take. I think Kislev is going to wreck the Fireborn 9 times out of 10. The Fireborn just can't deal with the number of heavy cavalry that come out from Kislev, and the Griffin Legion actually do an insane amount of damage on the charge. It's really rough. They're not terrible, but I think that their cost efficiency in this matchup is actually pretty low. And there's a lot of shooting, of course. You know, Kislev is like one of the best gunline factions in the game, and they've got a lot of AP halberds too, which is another issue. So Kislevite warriors are kind of what I'm worried about by not bringing them. The game plan is to actually use the bow cavalry here to like cap points and drag Kislev's cavalry around a little bit before taking any main engagements against them. The Archmage is a good combat character. She can fight Zarina a little bit at the very least. Oh, we got a good matchup here. This is a great build to rock up into right now, honestly. Let's get the point first. Oh, and we need to get these guys going. Come on, guys. Please run. I don't know why they're walking. It's kind of annoying when that happens. Patriarch. This is too many abilities for the Patriarch. One day they'll buff some of these. Right now they're kind of mediocre. Oh, we're gonna get hit by the magic. Shoot these guys. Let's pull back for a minute with my Lord. We'll cap the point, and then we're just gonna peel out of here. That way we don't get hammered by these Ice Guard Glaives. It's a cool Kislev build. It's like an infantry-focused build with a lot of focus on slows, because Ice Sheet, Ice Maiden's Kiss, and Ice Glaives, they all have stacking speed auras, or speed debuff auras, which it can completely immobilize you. It's pretty underrated. We got heavy war sleds coming up. Fireborn would be pretty good for those, but what we're gonna do here, something pretty sneaky actually. We're gonna have Bolt Thrower in to go hit those. We're gonna chill here. We're gonna make sure that our boy is hanging out. We're gonna try and post up to just slowly grind down these warriors. And then we'll hit the Ice Guard as they start to really get in. Let's see if we can push this thing back for a sec. I'm gonna kind of push up and turn. Let's focus fire. And let's hit the Ice Guard now. So the dragon is getting shot up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm gonna get back up in the air. We're gonna start getting ready for a fight. Let's drop this here. And I'm gonna swap here. And we'll get another Shadow Walker. Shadow Walkers are goated, dude. They are incredibly powerful. They do a ton of damage. Okay, so Sees the magic incoming. Let's try and get a timing here. We're killing one of these dudes. And this sled's gonna get in on our flank.
For the ever
Well, my opponent's not being very aggressive with it, so we're just gonna kind of screen it.
Keep it from the foe.
And let's send my forces in. Oh god, Griffin Legion. Where the hell did the Griffin Legion come from? Snuck up through the woods, huh? Sneaky. Alright, so we need to send our caster over there to answer that. We need to actually be more active with our Archmage here. Is he 2 meters? I think he's too far away. I don't think he's going to be able to close the gap in time. But we should be able to get in here and get some good attacks in on our opponent's units. We're just going to keep throwing out Illyrian and Reaver Cav to slow down the Griffin Legion. Alright, we're going to breath attack here. Let's get in there. And my opponent should be using the sleds to actually charge in. Because they would just absolutely munch through me. Just keep swarming these guys. We're just gonna drop this here. We'll pull back with the bow cavalry. We need to land in. Well, those are the glaives, so maybe not wanting to do that. We'll just land. We're gonna regrowth our character. That's fading out. We got the things in the woods attacking us here, which is annoying.
I knew it.
Our opponent just left. Okay.
Unending glory is yours.
There were definitely some things I could have done a little bit better, but we got into a decent enough position. The Griffin Legion flank was a good idea, but they're just like alone back here. There's no way they're going to be able to win all of these fights by themselves. And the archers, some of them getting occupied, but, you know, the Shadow Walkers here fighting the characters really isn't that bad, because these guys have really good stats. They're actually really well suited for killing the Patriarch, because he's an unarmored foot character, and those guys have, like, dual weapons. And they actually value trade really well in melee. They got 1800 value. This is the first one that I summoned out. They did a bunch of damage to one of the Ice Guard. And I wouldn't be too terribly... Yeah, I mean, they basically killed the Patriarch here. They're pretty independent. As long as they don't get hit by heavy cavalry, they're pretty set, man. Archer value was fine. I didn't really micro my Archmage very well. I really should have been more aggressive with her. It's probably the thing that I would say is the biggest mistake that I made. I need to focus in on. What's up, Pizu? Yeah, the sleds are wild. The idea, I guess, behind the Ice Guard is for all of the stacking slows, but the High Elves just have, like, better bow units than you do, so you're gonna get ranged pretty badly. And that's gonna suck so much for you. We got a couple of Lothern Sea Guard, and we're gonna go with, what did we go with here? Is this an Emmerich on the Dragon type of game? I think against the Greenskins, it's not a bad idea. Bring your boy in reserve, put him on the horse. The Illyrian Reaver Cav here are mostly going to be mass against my opponent. Illyrian Reavers are kind of awful in this matchup, I think. I just don't see them do anything ever. 2 White Lion. I don't think I need Rangers. I think White Lions will be okay. Do I really want to bring Shadow Walkers again? I mean, honestly... Maybe just these guys instead of the white lions. And every time I bring them, I just have a good time. They just don't seem to have a lot of fall off into a lot of factions. I mean, greenskins are pretty swarmy, so that may be one risk of bringing them. But we'll test it out and see if it's a terrible idea or not. Maybe we just get a bunch of rangers for, like, numbers. I don't have a lot of answers for War Boy Biggins is the problem. Oh, come on, dude. Really? 50 gold off? Damn, maybe some, maybe clear would actually be better for chaff. Like a burning head caster. Let's actually get a couple of Silverins. Storm Riders and a White Lion. And we'll just rock it, dude. We just gotta figure these out. I'm not gonna sweat it too much. We're just kind of throwing stuff at the wall still. Well, the idea is that we're gonna try and shoot them to death before they get into combat, and if they do, we're gonna use Emmerich to kind of stomp on them. And on this map, you've actually got pretty narrow flanks, so you can really post up on one side of the map and choke point your opponent. It's kind of the idea, so we're going to get a nice wide line going across here with the archers, like, well protected in the back. It's kind of the goal. And we're going to figure out how to play Emmerich, because my Emmerich play is not good. I like cheaper lords, typically, than big, super duper expensive centerpieces.
It shall be done. Spearman.
There's just some other Lotharans out here. Gonna be the other flank protector. Just get him on the other side of that, because it's gonna have to walk all the way around it anyways. Get a nice old little control group. Is this like the best thing against greenskins? Hell no. No shot. But is it fun? Kind of. And do I need to take my lumps to figure out why exactly this isn't gonna work? Probably. Very much so, in fact. Alright, so let's get this point. That one's actually going pretty static. It's got a bunch of invisible stuff, I guess. Probably over here. We're gonna use Emmerich to scout. We do have breath attacks for these black orcs. Not that you really need these guys. The shielded black orcs would be way better against the high elves. We just want to stay at a range of Rugloods, and then we're going to go to the number 3 in a second. 2 cavalry are, like, fairly good at capping points. They can be a little slow sometimes. There we go, now we can get over there. Let's go over here. Let's just threaten the dive with Emmerich. We're not going to actually do it, we're just going to pretend like we are. Just trying to dodge these shots. I actually kind of did. Do we bring the mage in now? We haven't seen what our opponent really has yet. These guys stopped. Let me get up here. These guys need to tuck in a little closer.
Quickly now.
Yeah, more groups coming out of reserve. Do we bring Storm Riders out and kind of poke over here? No, because they don't have a shield. Ruglud's is here.
Behold as I march.
Let's try and dodge volley here. More grubs are crazy cost effective, so
Taking position.
let's try and avoid some of this damage. Okay, he brought the Biggin Cav out.
We will obey. Orders received. Loyal.
Let's pull back. Oh, the Ruglud's gotten to range. They're so much longer range than regular Orc Air Boys. I always forget. Let's get one of these guys out and maybe trot forward a white line as well. Just to put a little pressure on that objective. Emmerich, I'm just leaving to take a shit ton of damage for free, which is great. Doing well.
Loven Seaguard.
Our opponent gonna need to move up.
Acknowledge.
You guys, like, move in quickly. Not take so long, please.
It shall be done.
There's Night Goblins. So let's shoot these guys. We're gonna land in here with Emmerich and beat them up.
Orders received.
And we'll shoot these Orc boys.
Northern Seaguard.
Damn, that frickin' rock lobber, dude.
Syrian guides us.
Let's stuff up the edges there. We'll go ahead and bring our mage in before we spend all our money. We'll get around the flank. Our opponent's a little slow. We might be able to jump him a little bit here. Let's go get Grimgor. Just keep shooting the Night Goblins and the Orc boys. He's got so many bodies coming in. Let's turn these archers over to also hammer home.
For the Ever Queen.
Alright, and we'll get away from Grimgor now. Because he actually popped his debuffs. I don't really want to let Emmerich get totally smacked up here. Get a heal.
Bend to my will.
Alright, we were braced over here, which is nice. And let's get the Silver Helm on this side. I forgot about this Silver Helm. But my opponent's Boarboy Cav, like, rotated all the way around, so they're fine. They're gonna get over here, and they're actually gonna go through this fight here. And we're gonna get up in the air, we're gonna hit these Black Orcs with a breath attack. Alright, so losing momentum here. That's a little scary.
Scython, hear me.
Oh, baby, that freaking breath attack. That was juicy stuff there. Let's go get these guys. The Moon Howler's kind of annoying. We'll use our skirmish cab to go get them. We cleaned up here. We're going to shoot Morgrubs a little bit.
Power is yours.
We'll just throw this down, just for the sake of it. We'll rotate our dude away. Silver Helms, and you get away from Grimgor and go attack here. We're going to get up in the back line. Can we debuff? We don't really need to debuff anything, do we? When our White Lions get into combat, we'll debuff the Ruglud's, I think. Or maybe we'll debuff the Savage Orc Biggins. Bring an Illyrian Reaver on this side, too. Just keep attacking here. We're hounding those guys down. The Lotherns did hold. Just keep shooting. Let's debuff these guys so they don't kill my infantry.
Spellcaster.
Heals.
Menlui. Araya, Menlui.
Just need to try and hold together over here right now. Let's get Rangers going. We'll cap this point and then no, we should go now. We need to move in now. I feel like the breath attack just didn't even hit. Grimgor's taking a long time to do anything. Run. We actually do avoid the charge for the most part. Let's get some heals going. try and run from
Acknowledge.
our boy there. We need to unsummon all our tattered units. Can't tell you how many times I've run out of summons as the High Elves. It frickin' sucks.
Storm
You
riders.
literally just can't afford it. We got a big leadership break over here, which is frickin' awesome. We still got a bunch of stuff in a pocket over here that we don't really have great answers to right now.
Ulfwan Mage.
Asur, attack!
For our ancestors!
Pull back! Silver Helms!
Loyal. Apace.
Surround, surround, surround. Go, go, go! What are y'all doing? Y'all are so slow.
March!
Damn, dude, they hit so hard. See, that's the problem with this matchup, is you don't have any answers to their frickin' boar boys. It's so silly. You just kinda get run over by them a lot of the time. We kinda got some wins here. Let's go get these guys. We need Emmerich to come back and go do stuff. To run away here. Got Rangers over.
Setting forth.
Let's try and run from these guys. Just desperately try and hold this point, I guess.
Loven! It will be done. Quickly now!
Throw these
It will
dudes
be
in.
done.
Emmerich's gonna come over and help clean up some of this mobility, I hope.
For all flag.
Iron Reaver's killing some orc boys. Let's pull back.
Orders received.
Gotta take the fight here. Oh my god, dude. I should bring in the, I need to bring in the lions, actually. They're gonna be very important. My opponent kind of hamstrung himself by bringing Grimgor, honestly. I should really be thanking him for doing that.
Onward!
Grimgor is just not that good. He's just too slow. We'll just pop this. We'll stay up in the air. We'll wait for an opportunity to hit these guys, I guess. They're not really blobbed up or anything, though. Just debuff them and attack them.
It will be done.
It will be done.
God, dude. There's just so many greenskin units you have to pay attention to. And we forgot about some stuff over here, of course. We're fighting on too many fronts. That's where I'm really making the mistakes.
Ulfwan Mage.
Kind of getting our ass kicked here with our mage. But he's going to be able to escape, thank goodness.
Orders received.
I may have fumbled it a little bit, but we're not going to get super punished for it, I think.
Pull back!
Let's try and kill these guys.
White Lion!
Oh wow, nice breath attack, Bozo. I mean, actually, he killed quite a few, so I guess I shouldn't be too irritated with him. Charge down here, he's cleaning up some stuff there. What do we need in? Need the Storm Riders to kind of go to the middle. We'll move these guys up over there. Keep forgetting about my freaking mage, and my opponent is really hounding him down.
Without fail.
As you say.
If we lose our mage, it's not the end of the world, though. He's gonna rally here. Yeah. Alright, brother. Get the hell out of
Seeking the
here.
foe.
Go over there, please. Yeah, we'll summon over here. Let's get up over there. Taking a lot of crazy fights.
For duty.
Spearmen.
Silverin's gonna go back to the
Northern
point.
Sea Guard. Moving out.
Follow
Yeah, I mean, look how low your dudes will rally on, leadership-wise. It's kind of crazy. Alright, we get to clean up here. Well, Black Orcs for the most part. Can we get up on this point? Take it, please. Good grief. The Night Goblin Archers we're gonna go get. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright, maybe we should just abandon that side of the field. Because my opponent's really swarming over there.
Spearmen.
Silverhelm, I guess. They were kind of bad. Alright, man.
Yes.
Loyal.
Loyal.
Orders
Get in here. What are you doing?
Onward.
Just, faffing about, man.
Hear me.
Without fail.
Alright, we got some tear routes going. Silverins are gonna have to just hold over here as best they can. Can I even afford to send something out?
will obey.
Not really. Oh, these are just regular old spearmen. They're pretty screwed, dude. They're so surrounded. I think we just leave them to their fate and work this other side of the field.
Spearmen.
We've got like higher quality units here. Our opponent's Hammer of Gork is like finally out of ammo.
We will obey.
Just keep chasing this stuff. And we miscast our Earthblood. That was supposed to hit Emmerich as well, but whatever, I guess.
Orders received. Asa, move.
Crush them.
Let's use our caster to chase those guys for a moment.
Silver helm.
Here at the Silver Helms, they're going to take this point and they're going to hammer these guys down. We will... Yeah, Silver into the middle, Rangers to the outside for a moment.
Palador's chosen.
I'm actually going to debuff the Durkit Squigs. We're going to get up in here, and now we're going to countercharge with the Rahagar's Pride, who are behind the line here. We're going to get a huge Mighty Roar. Now we land in here. Pop our last Dragon Horn.
As you say.
Asir Mage.
Alright, this has been a freaking disastrously messy battle.
It
What you
will
guys
be done.
doing? Come on. These guys dropping orders too up here? What is going on, man? Attacking stealth units is really frustrating. Oftentimes they'll go back into stealth and your units will just completely forget that there's something there and that they were given an order to do something about it.
Illyrian Reavers.
It's probably one of the things that I need to adjust to the most.
For duty. Understood.
It will be done. Loyal.
We're gonna ignore Grimgore. Our mage is putting in a lot of work here by blobbing a bunch of crap up. Let's get up over there. Can he escape? I don't actually know, but we're gonna get a flank off here. Emmerich's gonna come in and he's gonna try and terror out all these guys.
Awaiting orders.
We advance.
Come on, Silverins.
Asa, forward.
Without question.
You have
Charge
the
down here.
foe's
Get
victory
another
point.
cavalry out.
Loyal.
Alright, now we'll come back so we don't overextend and get punished. And the Lotherans can sit here with the shields. Spearmen are gonna go over here.
Ulfwan Mage.
Acknowledge.
We will obey. Sail.
Healing's so strong, dude. And we need another Silver Helm out. We gotta get the triple cap, I'm pretty sure. But I think we're fine. It shouldn't be too hard to get.
We advance.
I think we've got enough units here. Just need to stay after the cavalry here. Emmerich, I've done alright. What the hell happened to the Storm Riders? Hello? Okay. I don't think my opponent... Oh, he did bring a mage.
You
Oh, he's got
have
Foot of
the
Gork.
foe's victory point.
Okay. Well, we got the point. Most important part done. Let's go get more grubs. We got our War Lions attacking his caster, actually. We're going to pop the Mighty Roar here. Oh, he got away. That's fine. We'll get the rear charge on the Orc boys. They might terror out.
We will
Did attack the Spearmen here.
as you say.
Silvern's going to come stuff. Just need to put bodies on the point here so that Grimgore doesn't take it. We'll get our caster back up over here.
Hefua, bend to my will.
Alright, good enough Earthblood, I guess.
Understood.
Alright, we shut down the Rugloods with our Illyrian Reavers. The caster is routing. So cavalry, chase him down. Emmerich, get back up in the air. He's gonna go over to this side. Do we summon... Yeah, we'll summon 2 Illyrian Reaver archers in. Because they'll help hold the number 3 over here. And Silverhelms can go. Now, we've got plenty of stuff here to keep Grimgore from taking
Ulfwan
this.
Mage. Menlui, Araya, Menlui.
My opponent's going for a Desperation Cap. We got a bunch of stuff here.
Following Ethia. Scython,
Get a little
hear me.
Earthblood action on these dudes.
Moving out.
Asa, attack.
Savager Boar Boys, we're gonna pop the debuff on. We'll leave Emmerich to clear him out.
Acknowledge.
Silverhelms are going to charge up here. And Grimgore's just tar pitted, you know, like, what's he going to do, for real? Let's bring him back in the artillery piece, which is fine.
Prince Imric. Sent by the forge. Asa, attack!
Oh, the early game was so messy. I definitely didn't have the best engagements right off the bat. But here in the late game, after we've, you know, like, dealt with most of the Boar Boy cavalry, and Imric's really been able to get going, there's really not been a lot my opponent can do. He didn't bring his magic in early either. We can blob on this guy a little bit. Have to fight him. It's fine that we are and like wearing him out. There's just like a horde of night goblins coming in. Oh my goodness. Look at these little guys, dude. My opponent played it really well. If he had had the magic earlier, it would have gone much better. Because, you know, melee attack buffs to get through my front line and access the archers would have been really nice. Rahagra's Pride, I feel like, kind of bailed me out at the end. We got that big engage where all of those Boar Boy Biggins were kind of, like, stuck up with my Silverins and some Lotherns. I got a good mighty roar off with the Dragon Horn. And then we got a big terror out on all those guys. Don't like Silverhelms. That's fair. I mean, Silverhelms are in a really weird place where they're like a slightly better grindy Winged Lancer, right? And Winged Lancers can carry games, but they also can be very lackluster in the wrong kind of fights and circumstances. That's probably what's going on with the Silverhelms. Silverhelms are really good if you have a metal caster to pop Plague of Rust on whatever thing you're charging down. Because they do have a good charge bonus. If they get a good charge off and your opponent has no armor, they will absolutely flatten whatever unit they run into. When Imric or Prince can be taken, where are they most useful? So the Prince is just cheaper. The Prince is cheaper, so if you just need pure combat power, he's, you know, your option. He's, like, the best option. You can bring him on a cheaper dragon, the Sun Dragon, which still has pretty good stats. I do think that it's worth paying the premium for the Star Dragon, though, because the Star Dragons are just absolutely insane. Like, they've got great melee defense, and their melee attack is honestly pretty cracked. For a single entity, 68 is gnarly, dude. It will absolutely rip, run, and roar over stuff. So if you just want something that's gonna fight all day, you're gonna be using him to get lots of cycle charging. The Prince is a little bit better than Imric, but Imric does buff up the rest of the army. And Lord of Dragons is a pretty good hex. It can really help you out either in a duel, or you can use it to give some of your weaker high elf units a winning fight, and he is just a little bit stronger in the melee attack department on his Star Dragon. But other than that, there's not really like any one thing that he does better than the Prince. You know, they're very similar. This guy is just 500 cheaper than Imric with his buff and debuff. So if you need that 500 gold, you take the Prince. Either way, though, you're getting a pretty good character. I guess if you're going to fight the Chaos Dwarves, you do have fire resistance on Imric, which is kind of nice, you know. 25% ain't bad. I don't know why you'd bring him on a dragon, though, against the Chaos Dwarves, honestly. I think that would be maybe a bad idea. think Eltharion on his Griffin would be better there. With Tempest, potentially. He's also got Fang Sword, which is a pretty good way to engage Bale Tauruses. And you get the physical resistance in that duel at that point. And the Chaos Dowie Bale Taurus characters don't have magic attacks. So you can kind of clown on them then. What am I doing? Here we go. Those are just some thoughts. Yeah, the Dragonhorn and stuff is nice for buffing your army, because High Elves have terrible melee attack. Like, just across the board, they are just not geared up for getting in people's faces and doing damage to them. They're very geared around utilizing their missile play. Rightly or wrongly from a design standpoint, depending on your perspective and point of view. I'm pretty sure I've played this person before. No idea what they're going to be playing. High Elf Mirror? LOL, dude. Okay. Let's do something kind of goofy this time around. We're gonna get Eltharion on a horse. We're gonna get a mage of fire with Burning Head. Put him on a horse. So kind of a big premium to pay for the heroes and the Lord. Let's just get rid of that guy out of here. Scions of Mathland are probably one of the worst RORs. I mean, Aura of Protection is just not that useful. 10% ward save and your magic is above a certain amount is not good. They need to be adjusted, I think. Let's bring a couple Silverins. Let's bring a Lore Master, Sword Master of Hoeth in reserve as well. We'll get Shielded Lotherns. We'll do 2 Shadow Walkers as well. Got 1,100 left in the bank. Fine, we'll do that. Okay. No White Lions. We'll get a couple Rangers. We'll get a couple Lyrian Reavers. We'll get Rahagir's Pride. We'll get the Fireborn for this game. Tharion does have Apotheosis for him. I don't know, man. People are so geared up for the Fireborn nowadays. Every time I get into a match, people are just like, whatever. They just don't even care when they see these guys show up because they got answers already. We'll leave the Rahagir's Pride off the table here, and we'll do something like this. Got 1,500. What about a Frostheart Phoenix? I don't think it synergizes with anything, though. I don't even know what I'm trying to do with my build. Like, Burning Head to roast down archers. Lothern Seaguard. Eltharion can use Tempest on air characters. Well, I mean, I guess I'm kind of going for, like, an anti-snipe. Or for a actual, like, anti-air character build with a little bit of sniping potential. So maybe the Phoenix is a good idea then? They just don't hit very hard. It's another expensive unit I've got to bring in as well. The Swordmasters are not a great choice in this matchup, but I want to have some fun. So I think we'll keep them. And we'll just roll the dice. We'll bring another Spearman. Whatever, dude. Let's get in here. Sneaky archers are good. Dude, I'm saying the Shadow Walkers might be the best unit that the High Elves have, and it might not even be close, because I am consistently impressed by them. When you bring 2 of them, even if one doesn't quite get its value back, just the amount of damage that they can do is damn impressive, man. We're gonna actually put them in a control group. We're gonna try and keep them from getting charged down, so we need to keep some spears back a little cheekily, at least one to potentially screen for them. We got our 2 Lotherns, and we got one more spear here. These guys are gonna go out on the edges. Just get these guys spread out behind here. My opponent's got the wider army. I don't know what it's really going to be able to do, though. And Starwood Staff, Book of Hoeth, almost an auto-include set of items, dude. They're so good. You get a ton of extra ones in Magic, and the Power Reserve's actually pretty nice for the High Elves, because I find that their biggest struggle is in the early game. Because they're kind of just like a skirmish faction through and through, right? If you're able to really like hammer your opponent, my opponent did bring the Archmage on the Eagle. This is actually kind of good for us because we can punish that character. He's just got a bazillion archers, by the way. So let's just get the hell out of here. We're gonna try and dodge, breakdance through bow fire with these dudes, and get back. And just like throw this up through. Oh my god, man. Yeah, my archer's getting absolutely clowned on. Burning Head, not doing a lot of damage yet. Actually, finally getting some success there. Just go up in here, and we're gonna try and occupy as many of these guys as possible while we just swarm some cavalry out here. And 1 Silver Helm. We'll break down that character pretty quickly, actually. We'll pop a heal here just cause.
It will be done.
Swiftly.
Let's get these Silver Helms. Let's attack here. We're saving up for Burning Head. We just got Eltharion disrupting back here. Do we go for Burning Head here, or go for like a huge swing on it? I don't even have the magic for it. We may have made a mistake here. We gotta get around here. I don't want to just run up through the middle of that combat. There we go. Let's get another Illyrian Reaver. Let's turn around. My opponent might actually be making a pretty big mistake there. These guys have kind of shot them down here. My opponent's blobbing up around Eltharion, which is a terrible idea, because he's got the Mistwalker Barrage, which is just devastating, dude. It does so much damage. It's really crazy. Let's get it through here. More Illyrian Reavers, because we're cool like that. Come on, give it to me, baby. Eltharion's kind of dying back here. I think I do need to use a heal on him, because the Fireborn are on him, I just realized. No! Oh, that Burning Head, dude. Oh my god. What is going on with my Silver Helms, man? They just ain't doing nothing. Yeah, it's like a wet noodle contest out here. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. My caster's not doing anything. Yeah, I think my opponent's build is just better because it's wider. I don't have the tools for all this nonsense. These guys are going to run a little bit. We don't have anything to protect them. Throw the spearmen up over here. Whatever.
We go.
Woof. My mage's just dying over here. Eltharion's dying too. He's got 2,000 value. He really messed up the Fireborn actually, which is kind of cool. Shadow Walkers did get caught. We're kind of making some shenanigans happening here, but I don't think it's enough. The High Elf, like, Spearman hordes are just really frustrating. Yeah, and there goes my Lord. Some rallying horsemen, I guess. I don't think this is going to do anything.
Silver Helms.
We will obey. Moving out.
No. The enemy has
Yeah,
slain
down goes our
our
boy. Can we make it back? I don't think we can. Our mage is also running off the field, which is a big problem. I really fumbled the characters. That's the long and the short of it.
Silver Helms.
Going for one or the other would have been the better option. Trying to do both at the same time was just, you know,
Tyrion Reavers.
it was big time wishful thinking, dude. My opponent just kind of forced me into him.
Understood.
And is all over me at this point.
Warrior.
Orders received. To battle.
Keep shooting here.
Archers.
We just got a bunch of tattered garbage left, mostly. Silver Helms, dude.
Shall be done.
Yeah, the Silver Helms were the letdown this game, for sure.
Yes.
They just are not getting anything done, man.
Understood.
Asa. Advance.
My opponent's just focus firing really nicely now. I mean, there's nothing to stop all of these archers from just plinking away at me. Yeah, we'll just call it here. I'm not winning this one. It's gonna be a slow death by 1,000 cuts type deal. I probably should have stayed back longer. I just rushed in too early. If I'd stayed back more and been a little bit more patient skirmishing, I think I would have been a little bit better off. But I just went full Unga Bunga. You can't do that with the High Elves, dude. You will get punished big time for being silly like that. I should have saved up my magic and been popping it on cooldown. I should have gone and rotated up to the high ground with my main infantry force instead of going into the much wider formation on the low ground and use my Shadow Walkers to control the other side. Shadow Warriors are kind of terrible. I've tried both, and they don't do anything. They can't defend themselves, they don't do very good damage at range. Shadow Warriors are kind of a sad unit. They can work, they can get good volleys off. But for only 150 less, being so much worse in combat is not worth it. Yeah, no Altharian here. Tyrion, usually a better option. Alright, what else could we use here? Lure Shadows with Melkoths might not be a bad idea. Actually really like going double mage with the High Elves. I don't think the Sisters of Avalorn thing is going to work out too well. We will do the Talons of Torquilita, though. They'll be fun. We're just going to bring a ton of archers. And a couple rangers. We'll do a bolt thrower as well. I'd love to see what the bolt thrower can get done. And guess what we're doing again? We're bringing them in. We're getting the Silver Helms. Can't wait to watch them do nothing. Storm Riders, maybe not in this matchup. Just a lot of missiles on the other side. Silverins, they gonna do anything? I'll be okay. Let's bring an Arcane Phoenix instead of the Fireborn. Maybe we don't want to do... Although, Rangers are going to be really awful here, if I'm thinking about it from an objective standpoint. Because they're just going to get ruined by Dryads. I guess they're for Eternal Guard. They can work there. And a couple Bocav. 1,500. We'll do 2 Shielded Lotherns for our reinforcements. So we've got Burning Head to clear Dryads, and the Melkoths is for Wild Riders, who are a nightmare. I hate Wild Riders so much, dude. They will put you on the back foot and just run you off the field. You'll never make your way back onto the points with them after you either.
As you say.
Without fail.
I don't think I want it on the low ground.
Without fail.
I actually do. Just being able to cover the points is nice. Start with the Rangers down here. They're pretty quick. They can rotate up if they need to.
Orders received. Acknowledge.
Archers.
It will be done. Acknowledge.
Without fail.
Towns in the back line.
Spearman.
We don't have a lot of coverage for these missiles, but we're going to bring Illyrian Reavers out of Vanguard if we need to. We're also going to bring that Shadows Mage in pretty quickly.
Assure, warrior.
We'll see what we can do to defend over here as well. We might be a little too thin in terms of numbers. That's just... like, one of the unfortunate things about the High Elves, I find, they tend to just be a little bit thin on all fronts, generally speaking. We need to do our control groups. These guys are group 4. There we go. So some Glade Guard, War Dancers, a lot of Glade Guard up top here. Some War Dancers as well. We should be okay. I think we'll be fine.
Moving out. Eagle claw.
Come on, guys.
We will obey.
Actually be on the anti-large. And I think we're going to save up for the Arcane Phoenix.
It shall be done.
Let's go touch our toes on the point here.
Striking forth. Forward. I go.
We're all flagged.
Alright, our opponent used Melkoths on our boy here, which is fine.
Assure, advance.
Glade Guard are getting in range, so let's actually pull back here.
Glory.
We'll just stay back for a bit and just keep poking down the
Eagle claw.
units here. Run away, what are y'all doing? Don't drop your orders, please. And we're gonna also push over here. Where's my casters all the way back here? And I forgot to use my items. Very, very sad state of affairs. The Arcane Phoenix will actually be kind of nice. Just keep pulling back.
We will obey.
Or we need to wait for the Fire Mage. Is my opponent coming? No, he's just sitting. He's making a big beginner mistake of keeping his units a little bit too tightly packed.
Orders received.
Oh, and there's Swift Shiver Shards here too. Interesting. Just gonna shoot these guys. We're gonna make our opponent think we're leaving a path open to the artillery piece, but we're gonna spring a trap over here in a minute.
Onward.
Actually gonna use Tyrion to go back there. No! Oh god, that's the worst cast
Yes.
burning head of all time. Oh my god. Embarrassing.
Archers.
Well, that's rough.
Orders received.
Whatever, we'll get up in here.
Death to all.
We'll hold. Actually, yeah, we need to
Without question.
stay back. Well, we flubbed our burning head horrendously, you know. It is what it is.
Oh, my lady.
My opponent's gonna blob up here, and you've actually got a good punish tool, though, with Tyrion.
Silver Helms.
Thanks to Sunfang. It actually does a lot of damage. It's pretty powerful. Let's send these guys in. We'll get the Arcane Phoenix going after Drycha, and we'll go up through the middle here. And just keep going after my opponent's stuff.
It shall be done.
This guy can poke down the War Dancers, because they're going to be the most annoying unit here.
Archers.
As he said,
Yeah, great Stag Knights on me.
ancestors.
These archers, massively over pursuing. Come on.
Illyrian beavers.
Just take the fight. Do what you can. Burning head as best we can here.
Lakoi Soraya.
We're just gonna keep pouring stuff in here. I think we've actually got a pretty good situation going on here, all things considered. Got a lot of enemies like blobbed up on us. We're getting some pretty good engagements. Arcane Phoenix is gonna fly over the top of this fight. Come on, actually do it.
Defending order.
Those are just wild riders. Okay, we're gonna take the charge there. Ember Storm is disgusting. We're getting our ass handed to us on this back point though, because we lost all of our archers because we're dumb. We took the fight way too riskily. My opponent's really capitalizing back here. We do have cavalry though. Maybe they can help
Assia Mage.
bail us out here. If we get like one more good burning head, also.
Spearman.
We did like basically kill the Great Stag Knights as well. Whatever. We're gonna fight it out over here.
Bend to my will.
Just pull back for a sec.
Acknowledge.
Let's get these Wild Riders.
Sword of the Asur.
Asa. Forward.
Okay, we're in trouble. We got some rallying archers though. We're gonna actually charge here. Get more Lunar Reavers out. Charge in.
Going aboard.
We will obey. Apace. Advance.
We need to cycle charge this isolated unit first and foremost.
Attack.
And just keep poking down everything else. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with Silver Helms? You're right, Pizu. These guys are just terrible. They stink, man. They don't do nothing. The Rangers did lose because they just stink also.
Quickly now. Death to all.
Swiftly. By your command.
For the king.
Men Louis.
One of your units has been destroyed.
For order.
And Tyrion and the Phoenix are doing what they can. We got nothing over here. I don't think Illyrian River Archers are going to be the way. We will probably bring in our Lothern Sea Guard over there. Actually did a bunch of damage to our own cavalry.
Seagull. Sail.
Shoot these guys.
For order.
We just didn't focus fire well enough. We took too many wide fights. And I was not able to focus on them all at once. So now my guys are just kind of getting overrun. My opponent's kind of low up top here.
We will obey. For Ulfwar.
The thing is that the Eternal Guard have crazy leadership, dude. I mean, they are super rock solid
Champion.
on the leadership front of things.
As you say.
It's actually cleared Tyrion here. I mean, I haven't microed the Phoenix very well either. But let's get aggressive over here and see if we can maybe finish this off. Buddy is probably going to die here. It's got 1,500 value. It could be better. Could be a lot worse, I guess. We're routing. We're kind of winning here now. Okay, do we get back in this game now? Oh my god, what is going on with the magic, dude? I just want to cast it where I send it. Why is that so difficult? We did kill Drycha, actually. Oh, and these are Eternal Guard road blocking us, of course. Let's get another skirmish cav up so that we can dual purpose into chasing all this stuff down. We're gonna unsummon our artillery piece. We won back here. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna fight here.
Making my way.
We're gonna punish these guys for sitting here. My opponent is trying to dodge. He does get the dodge off. Damn it. Okay. It's fine. More Reaver Cav. Get up in here, mage. Be the hero we need. In this hour of our most desperate need. Is Tyrion gonna die? Oh my god, Heart of Avalorn is on cooldown. No. No, not Tyrion, please. I need him. Maybe we can punish with another Ember Storm or something, though. Let's just keep poking. I think our opponent's gonna chase him down. I'm gonna kill these Deepwood Scouts, though. In the meantime, oh, never mind, no, we're not. We're gonna pull back.
You have the foe's
Damn it, Tyrion.
victory point.
Big sad. He didn't want to hang out. He got a little, got some cold feet. He decided to dip. We'll bring this mage up though for the Melkoths, and we'll take the #1 objective here. We just need our Arcane Phoenix to hide for a little bit. Let's get up over here. We got Dryads coming out of reserve.
We advance.
Guys, just hold these guys off for a sec. What kind of a burning head can we get here? I don't think it's gonna do enough damage. Just cycle charge him. We throw a ranger up over here. This mage takes the fight. Keep the Arcane Phoenix back. We just keep holding in, doing what we can. Okay, here's the Wild Hunters over here. Alright, stupidly messy game. Once again. God, Dryads, close the gap. They close ground so quickly. That is insane, dude. They just, like, motored up into my face in just half a second, I swear.
Illyrian archers. Illyrian reavers.
Yeah, that's right. Back up, buddy. Keep scrapping. We're gonna throw another ranger up there in a minute. These Deepwood Scouts are like out of ammo. They got a lot of damage. A lot of that's on my Arcane Phoenix. Killed the Dryads. Thank goodness. We'll take the head-up fight. So we're gonna hit him here. And I think we should be able to kill these guys now. I mean, come on. Seriously, let me kill them. Let's file over the top. Got some rallying. Garbo. We actually beat the Dryads. I don't even know how they managed to do that, but that was kind of huge. And the Wild Hunters of Kurnus are gone. Big win. Keep fighting. Maybe secure this ground. We're bringing the cav out over on this side, so we can get rid of these scouts. Turn around and fire here. These guys are gonna go to the low ground.
For duty.
We're gonna use literally all of our most, like, tattered, haggard-ass units
Hussar, forward.
to stop the advance here. Yeah, nice. Okay, that was a pretty good burning head there.
Pull back.
I mean, I don't think that wins us the fight, but it gets us somewhere at least, right? Still hanging on to the point. What the fuck happened to the Rangers? Again. I guess just getting shot by bows is just... their armor just sucks that bad. Makes sense.
Kill them. Put order.
Ulfwan mage.
We really should be trying to hold that bottom point, I think.
Spellcaster.
I mean, wearing down the units here with the magic isn't a bad idea. We get a terror route here, which is kind of massive. Let's get the Illyrian Reavers off here.
Orders
Get
received.
back on the point, boys.
Quickly now.
Oh, this is the Malevolent Dryad summon. Okay. Arcane Phoenix. It was
Ulfwan mage.
Oh, whoops, and we lost our Fire Mage here. That's alright. What do we need? Probably Silver Helm.
Silver helms. Understood. To battle.
There's Wild Riders here. Where'd the Phoenix go? Let's get it back up in the air. The Pit of Shades hurts. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. Wow. Jesus Christ. Fucking Drycha, dude. This is okay. It's okay. We're gonna get the fattest Ember Storm of all time, and we're gonna win. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Goodbye, Wild Rider. That's why Ember Storm's so good.
Illyrian Reavers.
It does just obscene damage, dude. It literally one-shot those guys. Absolutely goated Arcane Phoenix just saved this objective over here.
By Alario.
I guess we could just get up over here and cap that, right? I mean,
Ulfwan mage.
there's no reason not to. And we got our magic dudes back here just kind of hanging out, being buds.
Hear me.
Acknowledge. As you say.
Everything's running away over here, though, which is a little annoying. Just get an archer, or a spearman over there.
For duty.
Lakoy Sario. Onward.
As you say. Setting forth. Yes.
Awaiting orders.
For Asurion.
RKO out of nowhere with the magic, because the Silver Helms will be alright.
Silver helm.
It just whiffs because we push them too far back, which is amazing. Although they do break because of the burnt effect, so... honestly, even though it was kind of a whiff, it worked, right? It's good enough. Oh, and our opponent took this point. Whoops.
Assyrian Geyser.
I'm being a little too slow over here. That was very silly on my part. Falling asleep at the wheel some.
Silver helm.
Are we gonna get punished because of this? I think we're alright.
Moving out. Have viewer. Bend to my will.
Silverhelms are just cleaning house over here. Let's get these spearmen up over here. Do we have any cavalry? No, we got nothing to come out here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We will obey. Silver helm.
I think we'll be alright. We'll somehow cap these points, right?
Orders.
Oh my god, I fumbled the game away. I'm a fool. No! You just gotta stay on it. Oh my god.
Spearman.
Oops. Holy crap, dude.
Spellcaster. Winds of
Let's get the rear attack. Maybe we break these guys. I just want my freaking cavalry in here. I'm actually vanguarding the ranger for 1100. Unironically. It's happening. Just trot up another spin. They're not going to get anywhere before the game is over, though.
Advance!
You know, please take this point.
Yes! Asa!
Asa Mage! Attack!
Okay, absolutely ridiculous.
Spearman!
Don't be bad at the game like me, guys. I said we would be throwing on the High Elves today, and I was 100% serious about that. We still didn't cap this point. Are you kidding me? And we still haven't capped this point. Wow, we're gonna win by like 1 point here. That's insane, dude.
I knew it. Unending glory is yours.
We were playing that one loose as hell, dude. We were not doing what we needed to be doing. We were being a little goofy on that one. I'm not gonna lie. There was a much more straightforward path to victory, which was to pick our lane and actually play it. And I said, nah, F that. We're gonna go silly on this one. The Arcane Phoenix kind of bailed me out on value, dude. What's up, Broccoli? I hope you enjoyed me, fumbling horrendously there in that game. Commissar is a very good Empire player and a good Dowie player. We're gonna lose. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do against the Dowie as the High Elves, dude. It's Tyrion on foot, like. Gotta be better than Altharian, right? Oh. You know what? No. Oh my god, I hate ladder. Ladder and its shenanigans, dude. Here we go. We're doing it. I'm unafraid. Do we do metal magic? Yeah, we'll do metal magic. Searing Doom and Plague of Rust. Armor of the Stars. We'll cut these. We'll cut Book of Hoeth as well. We're just gonna do it as slowly and steadily as possible. Well, maybe we do want these casting abilities. Blessed Tome would be nice if it had a bigger AoE. It's too small. You are never gonna get value out of it. The Eagle's just here to chase gyros, and we'll keep another one in reserve. I don't see this going well at all. I'm going to be honest, guys. Commissar's probably going to just dunk on me. We're going to need our Lore Masters of Hoth to put in a lot of work, which I'm a little skeptical of. They are probably not going to do much. Maybe we overinvested into magic with our caster as well here. What we got is what we got, though. Is Discord acting up? I don't think it's acting up for me, but maybe it is. High Elves aren't quite buns, but they're pretty damn close, dude. They're just not that good. So many problems. A lot of it just down to the fact that their infantry are pretty terrible. Like, no real defensive capabilities. Or, I mean, defensive capabilities out the wazoo, but no counterpunch. It's a pretty big Dowie build. It's gonna be a little sticky and tricky, I would guess. Got a lot of rangers. And we're moving slow as hell. I'm guessing that's on Commissar's end. We'll get the chariot in as soon as possible. Oh god, please don't let it be like this the whole game. You know, it's not a bad idea to try to take points early against the Dowie, but if they come prepared to deal with your skirmish cav by just like ranger vanguarding or, you know, vanguarding a bunch of miners and then maybe like a cannon, it just gets shut down immediately. And that really sucks, so that's kind of why I'm not doing it. We're gonna get up on the point early. My opponent went with a lot of Quarrelers. He's got a Demon Slayer, double Master Engineer to stop dives. It's kind of cool. Okay. Well, the Lion Chariot might not be the best option then. Oh my god, dude. Not the lag, please. Depending on how bad this is, we might just leave. Because, like, no shade to people who have fairly laggy setups, but it sucks if you have to spend, like, you know, 30 minutes playing a 15-minute game. Wow, Jesus Christ. We'll give it like 2 more minutes before we make a firm decision on whether we're leaving or not. You know, the Lore Masters would be pretty good into this build. I mean, the Master Engineers are going to get absolutely, like, shit-canned by those guys. 4, 5, 6... 10, 11... There's 3 Vanguard... There's 3 invisible units somewhere. I don't know what they are, but... Sure, in the next 30 minutes we would find out. Is it me? It is... It's not me. Ouch. Understandable, broccoli. Yep. Well, there we go.
I knew it. Unending
Pain.
glory is yours.
Oh, I really wanted to play the game. Oh, it was Iron Drakes. Iron Drakes aren't that good. I actually liked my odds there, all things considered. I mean, Lore Master's clear characters, dude. They wreck anything on foot. Whatever. Another time, another day. Let's get a couple more games in here. It's going to be a fairly short stream. I'm not going to be playing, like, super long. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I mean, it just happens sometimes. It sucks. I was super geared up for it. Who is Loose Screw playing? It's the CA lobbies, man. It's not any one person. I've had this issue with plenty of other people. It just really sucks when it happens. And then sometimes there are just specific people that I just can't get a steady connection with. Okay, so we got a Norska game going on here. What's the game plan versus Norska? Dragon Emmerich wouldn't be bad. Teclis on the bird is just too vulnerable. I hate Teclis on his Arcane Phoenix, excuse me. Teclis on the Arcane Phoenix changed my mind. Kind of shit, honestly. Like, he doesn't get Ember Storm. His magic is mid, outside a Net of Amontok and Flock of Doom. His abilities, like, they're good in theory, but in practice, they just never seem to be all that strong. Do we want Lothern Seaguard? I don't actually think we do. Let's do this. Let's get a little bit of this going. And then we'll bring 2 Lotherns. We got a lot of fire damage. We got a big dragon character. Maybe this is too much of an investment, though, into characters. I mean, you can run into some pretty nasty stuff, to be fair. I think the Sisters and the Talons are actually a bad idea, and everything else might be okay. Let's go melee into the Norskins. Let's get real stupid, guys. Let's get face checked by him. Shadow Walker. Oh, High Elves, why, dude? Y'all are so goofy. Just give me the goods, man. Fine, I'll get 1 Illyrian Reaver. Get a couple more. One more Skirmish Cav. Oh, because we're maxed out on 360 shooting because of the handmaids. Okay. Fine. Let's get some Rangers, let's get a couple White Lions, and let's get 1 Silverin, maybe. Storm Riders. and a silver helm. And let's rock it. Handmaids are gonna have to put in some work. They're actually surprisingly strong. I've been a little bit shocked at their performance. Yeah, horse techless kind of is the way to go. Nobody plays PvP. I mean, it's like 2 or 3% of the people who have bought the game have played multiplayer, but part of the reason is that CA doesn't invest in it. You know? Like, nobody enjoys the quick battles experience because the maps are kind of bad. I enjoy it, and a handful of other people enjoy it. But the vast majority of players don't enjoy it because they can't talk with their opponent. If they could, it would be super toxic, because that's just how people seem to be when they're playing ranked ladder. The ranked ladder doesn't even work, so it's not even worth the hassle of going through the toxicity. So many wacky shenanigans. We're actually going to put these guys in a control group with the Lyran Reaver Horse Archers. I want them to go up over here. And then you two are going to chill here. These guys are going to hang out here. We'll get the Shadow Walkers on the points, and we're going to, like, just bunker up on our back objective early. I'm lagging again. Maybe it is me, but I'm not dropping frames. My internet's fine. Allegedly. Maybe we need to restart. Turn it off and turn it back on again. The real, the real IT troubleshooting experience. Look at that, that's crazy. Oh my goodness, dude. You got Fimir over there. Fimir are kind of annoying. They're pretty tough to deal with. But I think maybe the Archmage can handle them. Just need the Illyrian Reavers here to stop any charge. I'm gonna run up here. If we don't lag for another 5 years. That's the right way to do it. Look, smack talk between, like, friends and people who know each other is the best. Smack talk from randos on the internet who are calling you slurs and all kinds of other insane stuff. Absolute misery. I will miss me with that any day of the week, please. Okay, it's evening out now, so maybe we'll be alright. As I say that, of course, it starts to go crazy again. Oof.
We will obey.
Do it. Shadow Walkers, unleash.
Understood.
It's got really powerful missiles. Like, their missile damage is way higher than so many of the other missile units in the game, honestly. And they're really accurate, too. Even if your opponent's, like, geared up for their volleys, they don't miss very often, I've noticed. I don't know what it is about them.
Orders received.
Come on. Come on. Wow, they're gonna miss. This time they miss. Oh my god, dude. We're gonna restart. Oh my goodness. What the frick? One sec, guys. $100%. I'm lag switching for the 30,000 elo on that leaderboard. I don't even know how to do that bug. Have y'all checked the ranked leaderboard before? I'm sure everybody has at some point, right? You got people with like 34,000. When the game came out, you know, people were down there in like the mid thousands, and then people figured out the bug and they just abused it to death, and now the leaderboard is screwed forever. It's so hot here. I gotta have the fan. It's gonna kill me otherwise. So I know why CA got rid of the chat ability. It's because there were people being really toxic during Warhammer 2 when there was an actual game chat. And then there were a bunch of laws passed in the UK that they had to like properly moderate in-chat systems to prevent abuse, either by, you know, actual like predators or just by people who are gigantic assholes. And CA was like, nope, we are not doing that. We're just going to get rid of it entirely. Thank you. So that's why we've got what we have. Alright, well, the lobby seems a little bit more stable now. How much elo do I have? I don't even know, because I can't see it, because it doesn't even you can't even see yourself on the leaderboard, right? So that's another issue, is that it only shows the top, like, 200 players, and since everybody in the top 200 has, like, 35,000 elo or whatever, I don't know. If you didn't do the bug, you'd never know. It wouldn't tell you the actual amount you have anyways. That's very silly. There's so many little things in this game that are just beyond frustrating. That's one of them. We're unironically running Foot Tyrion. Our Firecaster, though, is going to be on a horse. And we kind of have to bring Burning Head. We're going to bring Flamestorm as well. We're going to have a secret third thing in reserve. Another caster, guys. This is the actual hidden tech that High Elf mains don't want you to know about. Do have a shit ton of magic. Maybe we don't need that much. Okay. Anyways, we could do a princess. You know what? Let's try her out. What's she gonna do? She got to get... Nah, she's got terrible mounts. Huh. Okay. Mid armor. Prince has a shield. Is he any good on foot, though? It's 850 gold on foot. It's kind of funny. Is he gonna beat anything in combat, though? I actually have no idea. I just don't have AP. Oh, and we gotta... Oh, yeah, Silastra's in the game. Oh, my god. I forget about Silastra. Silastra's gonna take all the fun out of our build here. Let's do it. Let's play with the Lethanar, actually. Super curious what kind of damage he can do. Get rid of you. Get our mage back in here. Stone of Midnight gives some missile resistance. Maybe that'll be useful. I'm gonna bring a Swordmaster of Hoth in reserve to kill Depth Guard. Hawker's Pride. Some more Storm Riders, maybe? Nah, keep them off. Swordmasters might be a little too much to bring in here. We gotta get the last of our build going. Let's do some Shielded Lotherns. Get one of these guys. We'll get the Talons for boosts to fire damage. It's a funky little build. Alethanar is not meta at all. He's actually kind of terrible. He might be able to poke the crab. He does get exhausted, which is really annoying, like, big sad. Click your position. I don't think you can do that. I mean, I haven't checked the leaderboard in ages. Did they add, like, actual search abilities to it? Alright, Alethanar, I'm ready to be disappointed by you. The mage is going to hide in the trees early, then we'll bring him out.
Understood.
And we're going to do the forbidden tactic. Shadow Walkers on the high ground. Just a nice fat wall of spears. Staunch line, if you will. With the Lotherns on the end here. Maybe... no, we do want them on this end. We're just going to take this, and then we'll pull back. Alethanar is going to get up. We're going to get in the trees. These guys go in group 3. We're actually not lagging for a change. Let's go. Maybe it was turn to get off and on. Okay, so what's our opponent got here? He's got 15 units. Is Noctilus really that expensive? He brought a lot of abilities, so very likely. Noctilus needs a cost reduction for domination mode. Change my mind. He's got some great items and abilities, but damn is he like just 2,400 gold. Wow. Alethanar actually smacked him up a little bit. What's the Moonbow gonna do?
I give the orders.
Come on, hit him. It's actually doing good damage. Okay. It's kind of cool. Oh, we gotta juice ourselves. Oh, and there's Morghuls up top here. Okay, so we bring out the Illyrian Reavers just to screen. My opponent is not noticing this. I don't know what they're doing right now. These guys are gonna hold on the point, and we'll shift these guys over a little bit. Let's contest this point as well. We're gonna angle it a little bit. He might move past this.
We have a victor.
I mean, it's fine, I guess. If he had retreated, he would have had to run back into it. Did these guys kill the Morghuls? There's no way, right? Just need to keep an eye on up there. Our frickin' guys are getting a little bit obstructed here. We got a pretty good fight over here. We should win this without too many issues. We're gonna pull back because we got bombers incoming. And yeah, we need to get out of here now. You guys get out.
Northern Sea Guard.
Run! I think they'll be alright. Just keep shooting here. Let's pull back a little bit. We're winning on this point. These archers are being sacrificed to Kane right now. You guys need to line up and actually face the correct way, though, please. I'm begging you. We've pummeled Noctilus a little bit. Alright, let's get a Lithanar out of here before he gets shot to death. Oh god, those bombers. Holy crap, dude. They hurt. They hurt so bad. Alright, we're gonna get this point. These guys are dead. Let's pop this here. Lithanar's getting away. We're gonna get in here and kill these guys. Kill the bombers. Pretty please. Need to kill these dudes, and I think we'll be pretty set up top there. We'll be able to dive back in just a second. Just need to send our Rangers in. Our opponent got forced out of position by the Flamestorm. Just grind here. These guys have the point pretty secure. We can summon Illyrian Reavers on the low ground. Wait, seriously? We just got shit canned up here? It's just more Morghuls coming in? Okay, whatever. We've got Lotherns. Alright, you guys rotate down. Do this Illyrian Reaver. Down on the bottom. Frickin' bombs. There's like 40 bombers here, and they're just absolutely rolling me. Amazing. It's a beautiful pit of shades. Damn, are we in trouble? I feel like we're winning, right? I think we're splitting our forces too much. I get too cute with what I'm trying to do oftentimes. I'm trying to do way too much at once. My opponent kinda hounded me down here. We're just gonna keep kiting back the Lithanar. He's never gonna catch me, right? Dude is way too slow, right? I don't really need to Burning Head this, dude. I'm just gonna do it anyways. I need to get up on these objectives. I hate getting stuffed off. It's so frustrating. And we'll 100% finish all this garbage here now. We're slow pushing up top here. These guys are getting unsummoned. I get a Silver Helm. Alright, those zombies crumble out. Lithanar did get caught because he's a bozo, and I completely forgot about him. Oh my god, man. He's completely trapped, isn't he? He got 1600 value against Noctilus, I guess, which is kind of cute. Took the points. Deck Gunners coming up. Deck Gunners are garbage against the High Elves because they are super squishy and you can range them pretty easily. Lamprey's Revenge as well. Okay, we got Lithanar away. He's gonna go kill these Krabos. Krabo-Stabo guys. We don't really have answers for them, to be quite honest. We're gonna unsummon our archers because they're just beat to shit. Open up. My opponent ain't getting away from this. Yeah, they just got melted. The Shadow Walkers are gonna get that point. We're gonna get this point down here. We're gonna just hold back and we'll eventually be able to deal with those guys. Just keep poking away at our boy here. Maybe we can use the lions to snipe him now. Oh my god, did you seriously whiff that shot, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? Let's fire here. Let's poke here. Probably need to get around the flank, actually, and kill the deck gunner. It's looking alright. I think we'll be okay. I don't really think we need the Silver Helms to go do that. I'll actually target the Night Terrors here. Yeah, and the other Lothern Sea Guard is finishing those guys up. And we're just going to YOLO the cavalry in here. Another frickin' summon. I mean, Noctil's got 2,000 value. He's been pretty irritating. Haven't been able to finish him off either. These Scurvy Dogs, not a ton of value. Frustrating, though.
It will be done.
Just need to keep pathing through. Let's get out of here.
Make Ulthuan proud.
Loyal. Assyrian guides us.
Kill these guys pretty, please.
We advance.
Moving out.
Why are you hanging in here so well?
It will be done.
More Scurvy Dogs. We get a good rear charge with the Silver Helms, and they're going to turn around and go kill these dogs now.
Understood.
I'm just going to hold up here.
Yes. Striking forward. Understood. Free away.
Alright, and we're bunkering up on the middle now. It's honestly a lot of pretty, like, scattered summons from my opponent.
Illyrian Reavers. Asa, move.
Lothern Sea Guard.
He just keeps throwing Morghuls up top here.
As you say.
Without fail. Orion.
For duty.
Silver Helms.
Acknowledge. For order.
Going abroad! Lakoi Sarion!
Destroy.
Oh. Overcasted Burning Head, baby.
Afua! Bend to my will!
Understood.
As you say.
Spearman.
For duty.
Just grinding in here. Maybe we'll finish this bad boy off. Can we break his leadership with Mighty Roar? It's not like it's gonna do much, but a little bit of crumbling damage would be funny. At 2,600 with the Lithanar, man. I mean, a lot of that is on Noctilus, and he's still around, which is annoying, but
Ulthuan Mage!
whatever, I guess.
Ulthuan. Shadow Warriors attack.
Come on, give him the 360 shot, buddy.
Vengeance.
Do it. You got one more shot, please use it. I'm begging you.
Shall be done.
Whatever, man. He's being difficult.
As you say.
We went up top here. It was a long, grindy fight, but we got it. We're gonna summon these guys. And a bunch of nonsense going on down here. Dude, Morghuls, kinda nuts. You can just pour them out. They're so cheap for their efficiency. It's kind of what my opponent is really leaning on, too. Just waves and waves of them.
Lothern Sea Guard. We advance.
Setting forth.
Orders received. Without fail.
So good at getting the value back. Every time. It's like clockwork. Go get this point.
Shadow Dancer.
Still got one shot left. The Lamprey's Revenge have been really annoying, but I think it's fine. Is he dead? Oh my god, he's got 500 health and he's still alive in here. I don't think my opponent's pushing the high ground anytime soon. Get our elite unit up in the middle there. They will probably Terror Route, because that's just how the High Elves work. Forget about your super elite, like, 1,000-year-old elven spearmen doing anything. Charge here. Just keep pouring in. We could summon out some archers, I guess. I just don't think they're going to be that important. You know what? The fire magic did good early. I have no targets now. That's the big issue. So maybe another double caster build. That worked better than I thought it would. 3,000 value. still almost feel skeptical that it was, like, even worth it, though. Archers were okay, spears were okay, rangers were okay, Lotherns were nice, and some of these other units were pretty decent. It's really just Noctilus that we struggled with. Most of the other stuff we were able to shut down fairly well. It was just grinding through undead. What? Hello? Alright, well this lobby is super laggy. Oh my god. Okay, no way we're hanging out there. Jeez. What the hell was that? It's like click a button and 10 seconds later get some. Maybe it's just regional problems. We're gonna... Yeah, we're still having the same problem. Oh my god. Yeah, get... No way. No, no, no. I'm begging you. Ranked matchmaking, give me somebody I can actually play.
All right, so the current king is going to be attack speed enjoyer and hope. Side here, we do see the Plague Claw Catapult shooting in. Warp Lightning activated. So now the Skaven are feeling really comfortable, because normally calling in artillery in a contested game is not a good idea. Usually you either start with artillery, call it in very early, or just like, it's because the problem is in a late contested game, you're calling in a ranged artillery piece, which takes a lot of time to generate.
Okay, well now the lobby actually doesn't feel so laggy, so I guess we'll try it. Is it gonna work now? It's crazy. I'd love to actually be able to play this person. Just don't want to deal with feeling like I'm playing through Quagmire. So Warriors of Chaos, who's good against them? A Thorian probably. On Stormwing. Do Soul Quench. Get Fang Sword. We're gonna spell spam our way to victory here. Nobles could help out, but I don't think we'll bring them. We got a couple White Lions. We definitely need Skirmish Cav. A couple of these dudes. We won't bring Shadow Walkers this time. We've had enough fun with them. We're gonna go for something a little bit more melee oriented. We'll bring our boat infantry in reserve. We do need the Fireborn for sure for this matchup, because they will have to stop the Rotting Riders if they show up. Otherwise, Rotting Riders are probably gonna roll me. Just brutally. And we'll go with this. We'll just let our opponent know. Yeah, Lamau. I wanted to see what was going on with the King of the Hill. I'm probably going to jump over there in a minute. I didn't realize he was streaming. I just got a notey about it. Depending on how much, how I'm feeling. In a minute, I'll go challenge for the top spot. Because this is a random faction King of the Hill, which is kind of fun. I feel like I've gotten my fill of the High Elves today. I've had plenty of time to play them and struggle with them for sure. Okay, we're gonna lag this badly. Okay.
Illyrian archers.
Alright, let's just see what we can do to cap points early. We've got a chariot, we've got a few spears. Leave one spear on our home objective, and we will push aggressively the rest of this stuff. The Lion Chariot's going to be really nice for warriors. Oh, he's got the Soul of Damnation. Well, this is okay, actually. Soul Quench kills it, I'm pretty sure. Let's go bully the Soul of Damnation with Soul Quench real quick. Yeah, we got Horse Masters, some throwing axes. Try and snipe it. I think we can. I'm pretty sure this does damage the artillery piece itself. And killing this will be pretty huge. We're actually going to just stay back, though, for a minute until it's dead. Damn it, dude. Oh my god. Lag, please. Hide up in the trees here.
Without hesitation.
I don't have any bows to shoot these guys, unfortunately. I'll hit these dudes, though. What is in here? Just a bunch of marauders? It's not that scary. We get a bolt thrower up, too, I guess. If I could see which spawn I'm summoning to get out of. We'll actually bring the bolt thrower in, because it can also help me against this stupid thing. It's got 300-meter range. It's kind of crazy. I will leave the game to figure out what it wants. Okay. What the f... I'm crying. Yeah, take care, Broccoli. I think I'm gonna restart, turn the map pack on, and go do that. I don't know if we're gonna be able to play this freaking match, dude. It's so fucking slow. Every time. I'm like this very consistently too, which is the most annoying part. Don't worry about it, guys. You're not getting shot at. It's fine.
Avenge the fallen. For Tory Vress.
Crazy.
Onward. As Surian sends me.
Yep, we're done with this one. It is not happening. And let me reboot. We're gonna turn the map pack on, and we're gonna see if we can get into Turn's King of the Hill. I don't know what the queue looks like for it. One sec, guys. I hit Turnip. See if he's obliging. Just for a sec, I kind of want to watch how this game goes down.
Leaving that would be a really fun video to discuss. Like, what is our future? Oh, we'll put up a poll after this. So hang tight. Remind me after this game to put up a poll. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our next
absolutely hideous bit rate. Oh my god.
Puggington facing off against Attack Speed Enjoyer. Attack Speed Enjoyer is the current king of the hill. And for the forces of Slaanesh, it is going to be a Vanguard Skirmish Corps, Marauder Horseman here. Very good.
Just while I'm messing around, I'm going to give this to y'all to check out.
Which is mostly infantry. So we got Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh, Prince Sigvald the Magnificent. So he's going to be moving up, and he basically just doesn't die. He sits on the middle objective, he grinds value, and he's like, come at me, dude. Try and kill me. Good luck. On top of that, on the outside, we do have more Marauders. So basically just a Zerg build. So this is like a stuffing build. He's going to try and push the Dark Elves back, triple cap him, and win on points. Now, looking at the Druchii build of Attack Speed Enjoyer, he is going to be using Bleak Swords in the front with Shades and Dark Shards. I love this build already.
Hell yeah.
So Dark Shards do really good damage against armor. Granted, these Slaaneshi heretics do have shields, so it won't be like insta-kill, but there are going to be a lot of Dark Shards there with the Sorceress of Beast with Flock of Doom, Corsairs in the back line. So really just like a very consolidated formation right here, guys. Yeah, I love it. A couple of Khanate Assassins as well. The Assassins are, you know, decent fighters, good at sniping wizards too. Or if there had been a greater Demon of Slaanesh, if we had seen like Inkari, or if we had seen an Exalted Keeper of Secrets, their crossbows would do a lot of damage against the lightly armored hides of those big monsters here. Alright, so they're moving on up, and the Shades are going to be unleashing their first salvo. So we do see one Chaos Warrior eating some fire. They do have the shields, but when they turn their backs and run, they don't get the benefit of the shields. So that could, you know, be a lot of damage as they try and retreat here. Sigvald is coming for that booty. He wants it, you know. Oh, Sigvald's going for it. He's got his assless chaps going, and oh, looks like one of the assassins does answer the call of Slaanesh. The Pavane of Slaanesh is an ability that you can use, and what it does is it makes that unit lose control. Granted, I don't think that was worth it for Puggington as much. You know, he said he's a little bit out of practice with the meta and hasn't been playing too much. The correct play would have been to use Pavane on the Shades, because then the Shades would come into melee here, and you could potentially kill them. But, I mean, if you are able to kill one of the Khanate Assassins outright, that could be quite nice. But the Dark Elf Missile Line doing a lot of damage here, and we do see the Chaos Warriors of Slaanesh getting battered pretty freaking hard. Yeah, Dawn of War 3 was, what, like 8 years ago? It's freaking insane. Like like 8 or 9 years. Yeah, time flies. All right, guys. So Sigvald able to get the Canid Assassin kind of low, but that's the problem, right? Dying over here, you spend all that Winds of Magic to try and get the Canid Assassin down, and it's still living. Now, we do see a Bloodwrack Medusa. These things are really good against infantry spam. They do also have anti-large fighting, but if you use them to laser Chaos Warriors, that's really, really what you want to be doing. So the Dark Elves do have objective 2, but they realize, you know, the thing about domination is you can't just win the game by sitting on one place. You're going to have to move a little bit to at least contest 2 objectives. You can basically still have one big formation, but now we do see the Medusa shooting in, doing good damage against the Chaos Warriors, but Sigvald's coming in with his Mad Max chaps on, and he is going to be hunting down the Medusa, which will retreat through the ranks, and the Bleak Swords are like, oh, this sucks, we have to fight Sigvald now. So we will see how that goes. Now, as far as the low
I mean,
fighting,
Sigvald can
Dark
fight
Guards
Dread
are in
Spears
position to
all
get some
day,
rookie
but
skirmishers
he ain't
on
gonna
the
get any
outside.
value that
Definitely
way.
need to be given a switch, because if you keep the target on the Horseman, they're going to try and chase.
We're
the
still
Horseman
waiting
down.
for the
Really
big
good
guy to
fighting
answer.
right
I
there.
asked for next
Chaos
on
Warriors and Maid of Slanesh. That's a
the
great
King of the
cast.
Hill.
That's a much better cast by Reginald Puggington, because now that's going to be pulling them into melee, where they're going to take a lot of damage against these Giga Chad, you know, Chaos Warriors, right? So not going to be super fun for them. Looking around the battlefield, Dark Elves do own objective number 2. Objective 3 is currently being contested, but it does look like the Dark Gods are holding on to it. And now we see the Air Force pressure coming out, so it is going to be the Chaos Furies. Now, the answer against Chaos Furies would be to call in Dark Riders and or Cavalry. So just use your Cavalry to intercept and hammer them, and you're going to be in good shape. A little bit of sloppy positioning from Attack Speed Enjoyer's missiles. The Shades definitely, unless they got Pavaned, they shouldn't be in melee like this. These guys, of course, make complete sense. They got hit with a spell, but Slanesh is going to be swarming into the backfield a little bit right now, while the Coldwood Knights of Velociraptor Cavalry able to swarm in there and get a nice charge, and that is going to be a lot of the Chaos Furies getting killed by the Velociraptor people. Dark Elves have a very cool aesthetic. I really like these guys, man. They look freaking awesome. But yeah, good fight. Really, really nice match between these players. Currently, we do see the Druchii up in value a little bit, and there is going to be a Flock of Doom. Dude, the Flock of Dooms have been really, really good by Attack Speed Enjoyer. That's going to be hitting all those units there. So really, really getting his bread buttered there. But the Dark Elf formations are still active, which is very rare against Slanesh. Now, why are we not seeing Hellstriders? I told Puggington that Seekers and Heartseekers are banned, but you're still allowed to use Hellstriders, and Hellstriders are an S-tier unit, but maybe he's just trying something different. I'm not sure. Normally, you would see Hellstriders trying to compromise the flanks, but Puggington going to be using Fiends of Slanesh instead. So we do see the Fiends of Slanesh going after the Coldwood Knights, which is a pretty good answer or tool or engagement for the Fiends, especially if there's some infantry support on the ground. We're going to have to see how this fight goes. But the Velociraptors duking it out, realizing they're going to lose that fight.
Fiends bodying the poor Coldwood Knights, dude.
The fight's contested. You know,
Slanesh just isn't getting in. This is how you lose as Slanesh, is you can't break your opponent's formation, and they can actually counterpunch against you.
A bit of a problem.
I'm kind of went in a little too
On the other
separate.
side, Objective 1 is owned by the Dark Elves, and a little bit of a contest here, but Sigvald able to
got
get in there.
the caster,
He's
though.
He's
Holy
going for
crap.
that booty. He tries to get the Sorceress, and the Sorceress is shaken, barely survives the attack from Sigvald there, and Sigvald is blocked up by some Dark Riders. So the Dark Elves called in their cavalry to block Sigvald and keep him from getting the kill on the Supreme Sorcerers, right? Yeah, Fiends are a really good unit. Alright, so a bit of a macro look at the battlefield. We do see Objective 2 owned by the Dark Elves, and Objective 1 down here owned by Slanesh. Not really being contested by anybody. Value trading is very even, 36 against 5. I mean, it's about 1,400, but with healing and, you know, Sigvald healing, it's hard to say what it truly is like. Sigvald has gotten into the archer line. Slanesh is going to be calling in Devoted Marauders, and the middle objective, like I said, was owned by Dark Elves, but it does look like Reginald is getting some momentum here as he's calling in waves and waves of infantry here, guys. It shouldn't be lagging. It's probably on your end, Decay, unless somebody else is having the same experience. Hopefully that resolves for you. In the future, I'm going to tell them to use different banners too, because the purple and like the Slanesh purple and the Dark Elf purple looks really similar. It's kind of hard to tell what's what, to be completely honest. Down here, Dark Elves hanging in there. Crows of Cain able to be used to save these Dread Spears from their
Attack speed's got this one.
And Dark Elves actually do have a lot of units still. They have a lot of Blackheart Corsairs. Their Shades are still very much online. So Archer position, they have 2 Canid Assassins who are going to be running up to the high ground. And yeah, these guys are so freaking cool. If I played Dark Elves in tabletop, I would run as many of these guys as possible. I think they're just so badass looking. And Slanesh does have some momentum in the middle. We got some Fiends, some Devoted Marauders, and Slanesh does maintain the double cap. So when the Dark Elves had to rotate a lot of their army down here to save that objective, the Slanesh forces...
Not everyone's life
Oh my
runs in
God.
straight lines. At Sophia,
Amazing.
our flight
The true ad
Dark Elves
experience
will
for
get
everybody.
outground, when it comes to just pure fighting by Slanesh, simply because of, you know, just the nature of chaos. But their missiles and their cavalry are what can potentially make up for it. I'm really perplexed why we're not seeing Hellstriders. He must have misinterpreted my rules with this, because yeah, like Hellstriders would just be so god tier right now. No, okay, he knows. Okay, so there are going to be some Hellstriders and Slanesh coming in, so these bad boys are on the back. And yeah, they'll clean up these Dark Riders and then maybe potentially threaten the objective here, although they don't really need to. Probably just reinforcing the middle. Dark Elves are just swarming here, and it does look like Slanesh is actually just outnumbered very heavily. And you have to remember too, the Medusa is also going to be pounding a lot of damage in. Currently it is obstructed, so it's blocked by a friendly unit, which is why it's not shooting. It doesn't want to kill its own Colden Knights. But if you were to move this thing around the flank and shoot down the side, it wouldn't have any problems there. Colden Knights are also pretty beast mode units. Even though they're designed to kill big targets, Colden Knights are good against armor. Like, they can fight against Chaos Warriors because they have high armor themselves and good armor piercing value. So yeah, Witch Elves could also be a very good inclusion, as could the Sisters of Slaughter potentially. Not as much, maybe just Witch Elves are going to be your business. So the Medusa using its frickin' laser beam to shoot the Marauder Horsemen as they try and come back. On the low ground, we do see an attempt from the Dark Elves, so he does actually send some Corsairs down there. But this is going to be a disaster for those Corsairs, and I'll explain why. Because Furies of Slanesh have insanely high armor piercing value, so if you attack them with Furies and then hammer them from the front, oh dude, the perfect Slaneshi sandwich, guys. Look at that. Yeah, so those guys are just dead. That's going to be game blasts. Look how quickly they're... Oh my god, look at their HP just getting deleted. Slanesh is a faction you don't want to, take isolated fights with. They're so fast and so alpha strikey. You need to kind of keep your elements together, which is tough. Turn. Imric, Eltharion are... Eltharion and Imric are both really good right now. I've been seeing more Eltharion, actually, but I think they're pretty equal, would be my answer. Yeah. They both played it very differently. Alright, so Objective 3 owned by the Dark Elves, and now the Dark Elves have taken the middle objective as well. Dude, I mean, there's so many variables that could have sent the game spiraling for Slanesh. Like the Supreme Sorceress has 800 HP right here. Sigvald, of course, is trapped in a fight, so he's not able to get out and get her.
Their caster is dead,
number 1,
right?
owned by Slanesh. Slanesh
I
is
don't
up
see
on
Slanesh's
points.
caster
Puggington
anywhere.
does have almost 900 points, but he would lose on just 1 point.
I think
He
the
needs
Canine
to
Assassins
get
killed
back
the
for a chance here, but Hellstriders are pretty
Sorcerer.
disgusting. They can potentially pull this game back. Like, if he's able to isolate a lot of the Dark Elf units with Hellstriders and then steal the side objectives, that's probably his win condition. So Dreadspears are on the way out, but again, Dreadspears get wrecked by Furies because Dreadspears, I mean, they do have the Murderous Prowess active for a couple more seconds, so the Dark Elves get a big army-wide buff for a period of time, and when enough things die, but it wears off. So now you only have 26 melee attack here, right? And if they're not fighting something that's large, and they don't have their bonus versus large, they kind of struggle. So down here, there's a lot of Dread Spears, and Slanesh looks like they're going for a big old surround. And the Dark Elves, who the hell wants to be surrounded? No, that shit sucks. So currently sitting at 8 leadership right there, and the Dark Elves are going to be routed off Objective 1 once again. So what you want to do if you're Reginald Puggington is like skirmish and fight over here. And then when the Dark Elves come for the Alpha Strike, you save up like 1,200 supplies. So you bank your supplies in the top right, and then call in 2 really fast cavalry, or maybe like 3 or 4 infantry units to come down here and steal this objective. I think that would be a really, really good play right there for sure.
Attack speed
But
wins
it
by
does
being
look like the
boring
Dark Elves
AF
are
right
currently
now
in the
and
commanding
just
position.
holding on
They
2
are in
points.
the
If you try to
position
play
to
3 against
backfill
Slanesh, you're
the
always going to be at
forces
risk
of
of
Slanesh.
having
They
them
do have some
come
boost
back on
mobility
you.
the battlefield. This is a really
They're
good
just
play, by the way.
that
If you let
fast
these
and
Spears
that
down, because
hard
Slanesh players
hitting.
in the late game typically are going to be spamming out
And
cavalry
all
units
of their
very
cheap stuff has
Spears are gonna be really
fear,
tough to uproot for the,
which means
Hellstriders.
they'll route you
Hellstriders
without
are
too many
getting hunted down
issues,
by the
which can be
Velociraptor
really
cavalry.
unfortunate.
This will favor the Dark Elf cab. Colden Knights, they really do hit quite hard, and they're riding freaking Velociraptors, so way cooler than those lame demon anteaters, right? But yeah, Hellstrider's going to get pushed off the battlefield, and looking very, very good for the Druchii, like I said, but this is going to be a long fight. Puggington is a scrapper, and he does have a lot of staying power here with Sigvald. Sigvald. Could he choose a Lord for CA to buff? Who would it be? Grimgor, probably. Yeah, French. Thank you for the donation. But I think Grimgor, he's such a cool, iconic character in Warhammer Fantasy, and he sucks so freaking bad. I would probably want to give him like a really impactful ability to make him viable. That'd be super fun. If Grimgor had an ability where he could like challenge you and you have to fight him like a rampage, like Grimgor can challenge enemy lords and heroes to like, who's the baddest, and then he clicks on the lord or hero, and like they have to come fight him. That would be the coolest shit ever. Like, I'm the baddest, and then he like pulls you in to fight. That would be so sick. Because if he can stand and fight you, Grimgor's actually okay, but like he's so easy to kite, you just ignore him basically. Alright, so down here we do see the Slaneshi objective being held by the Dark Prince, and the middle objective still owned by the Druchii. The Blackheart Corsairs are really, really cool. But Chaos Warriors obviously will beat them in a fight. But yeah, they have good staying power as far as Dark Elves go. Dreadspears on the way in, more Colden Knights.
Pavane
trying to harry and chase back
on the
Hellstriders.
Medusa.
Getting a nice laser beam. I don't know if you guys just saw that
Oh, Fascination, never mind.
And, yeah, Prince Sigvald the Magnificent going to be battling against the Bloodrack Medusa, using the army ability of Slanesh, which is Fascination. Now, Medusas are designed to kill big targets and shoot small targets at range. So when they get forced to fight an infantry-sized character like Sigvald, Sigvald will definitely win this fight against this Medusa. Currently, it's sitting at 3,100 HP. Sigvald's not even really taking damage, so yeah, that's some big damage going down right there. Beautiful Flock of Doom, going to be activated, going to be hitting a lot of the Slanesh army, but Slanesh is getting a kind of a second wind, as we do see their Chaos Warriors holding really firm, right? So suddenly, are we seeing a comeback for the Dark Prince? Reginald does have his Chaos Warriors, and the Fiends are going to start grinding this, and also Sigvald
Oh my god,
he's a
man.
character that just over a long game just gets value. He's just slow. He's like what is that like stock market investment when like you get like a dividend. It's like a dividend stock. Yeah, he's like slowly paying out those dividends over time, you know. And the Bloodrack Medusa here going to be chopped up by old Prince Sigvald. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that we do see the middle objective held by the Druki, but there is a little bit of Slanesh momentum coming back. Does Slanesh have any? Oh shit! Okay, here we go. So the Dark Elves are pulling all their reserves from Objective 3, which means Slanesh, if they want to do a fast cap strategy, can do that. And immediately, I think Attack Speed Enjoyer realizes this and pulls back the Dread Sphere. Good idea. You know, good idea right there. All right, guys. So down here on the grounds, we do see a lot of Dark Elf infantry. Chaos Warriors trying to get through them all. Sigvald battling, and we do have Fiends as well. But it is getting to the point. Look, currently, Attack Speed Enjoyer actually is going to be passing Slanesh for the first time in the game, so we have a little bit of time. On the backside, Bleak Sword's being called in, and Bleak Sword's here as well. Nothing really going down to the low ground, just being kind of loosely contested. It does look like it's going to be hanging in the clutches of Slanesh. But can the Fiends get through this Dark Elf army? Dark Elves are not known for their staying power, but that's a really common strategy for Slanesh, is to get the Chaos Furies, fly them behind, and then like use something else to hit in the front with Furies in the back. It's a brutal tactic, because the amount of armor piercing and DPS the Furies have is pretty insane. Objective capture weight still belongs to the Dark Elves. The Dread Spear reserves have come up, abandoning the low ground objective, but he's covering his bases. So whenever you have an objective abandoned like this, it's a good idea to call in your next reserve unit to reinforce that point, which is exactly what he's doing. So it's very, very good. Dark Elves are also threatening the low ground here. Slanesh is a little bit down on value, right? No, Puckington's actually pulled up on value, okay. So, you know, the game's getting a little bit dodgy now. Dark Elves are having to spread their forces thin to hold on to the points, and that's allowing Slanesh to kind of grind their way back. And, you know, the Slaneshi infantry are just so much better in combat here. But the Medusa's back online.
Medusa got a good shot.
We do get
there.
the Medusa in the back. Huge laser beams. It's probably done very, very well this game, for sure. So let's see what it's going to be. Come on, give us the shot. Give it to us, Precious. There she goes. And boom, shooting a huge laser beam and actually breaking the Chaos Warriors of Slanesh.
That's kind of
goated.
goated. They really had to break those warriors.
Over the ranks of the Chaos Warriors, but the Slaneshi riders do charge in the back. Bit of a desperation play. These guys are pretty mediocre in melee, and yeah, looks like the low ground is going to be taken by the Dark Elves as well. Some Dark Riders were able to get down there and grab that. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is probably going to be game blouses here. I don't see any comeback option, especially with the triple cap coming into play. It's going to be very, very tough. So probably GG, well to the plate there. Very cool to see a Dark Elf victory over Slanesh. Granted, Puckington, of course, hasn't been playing too much. He doesn't know the meta, but
damn, dude.
Still a very, very...
Imagine playing about as perfectly as can be asked, and you still barely won the game because the faction you're playing is that juiced. Oh my god. That was a cool battle. Alright, we never heard back from Turin. I don't know if there's other people geared up, so we're gonna get in here. I've got plenty of replays that we can just go through. We can watch some Vampire Counts versus Beastmen. Wouldn't be a bad time. Is it even possible to kill Sigvald? Oh, how do you aim magic at the artillery and not the crew? So the way it works is that you cast the spell, and oftentimes it'll aim for the artillery piece itself. There are some abilities and spells that don't have very good targeting priority on the actual crew. It'll just plow into the one guy on the right-hand side of the artillery piece, which is really annoying. It's just trial and error and knowing what does and doesn't work. I didn't actually know if Soul Quench was going to hit the artillery piece or not, but maybe. And it is very possible to kill Sigvald. Archeon, the Ever-Chosen, is very good at it. Oh, okay, so... Never mind. We're gonna back out here. We're gonna back out here, because the game ended just a second ago, and... King of the Hill is first come, first serve. It's already full. God damn it. Is it? Somebody already in. I gotta watch this frickin' stream to find out. If it is, somebody just messaged me and we can play with them. Yeah, somebody else already got into it. We'll get into a game with this other person. Alright. We're chilling, we're waiting. We'll probably play like a couple more with this person, then I'll probably head out. I don't think I'm going to be able to get into the King of the Hill lobby. It's too much effort sitting here and just waiting for like the odds-on chance that it opens up in time for me to jump in. Let me ask what map they want. They're still trying to get in here. They have incompatible versions right now. There's so many good ones, dude. Oh, there are actual new maps. Huh. Definitely haven't seen this one before. Check it out. This is Hallman. Hell yeah, okay. we could do dirty stuff to him with the Alright, you know what, guys? We're playing corn. So, I feel like we kind of got to show it off. There's some really horrible things you can do to corn. I don't really want to bring much of anything else. You really just need, like, Illyrian Reavers and, maybe a couple Silver Helms, Shadow Walkers, some Lotherns, White Lions, and then just your juicy-ass Dragon Breath and Ember Storm Core, dude. This goes really hard. It's vile. Alright, I hope y'all are ready for this. This is really dirty. The High Elf Goon Squad build is pretty vile. Alright, guys. Let's see how this one goes. Points are pretty close, actually. It's kind of interesting. This might not work too well for my build. Because this map does maybe seem a little small. I mean, I've never played on it, so I guess we're gonna find out. I'll try and show y'all how you use the SE Goon Squad to just absolutely cheese the hell out of corn here. Not that corn's defenseless. They can fight back against this. It's just really hard to stop the dragons. And the Omen of Assyrian, because it's pretty cool. It basically gives perfect vigor to the other two single entities, which is really nice for high elf dragons, because they're strong as hell. They do fall off a little bit once they get tired, though, and that can be a little painful.
The winds flow through me. True magic is mine.
Cool.
Illyrian archers.
Oh, and nah, let's mix this around. We'll get our point here. We'll go for the number 2 right after that. Maybe we... Nah, let's do number 2 objective first. See if we can grab it, and then we worry about capping the number 3. We can start off like this, even.
Illyrian archers.
thought they said they were ready. Oh. So we got a shit ton of Corn Horsemen. This isn't bad, though, for me. High Elves easily outtrade these guys. You've got all the advantage in the world. We won't be able to bring out the Shadow Walkers early, though. We'll need to be pretty careful. We'll just come over here. We'll actually just value trade. Okay, they're peeling off. We'll chill. We got a Cultist. It's kind of interesting.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
We are gonna move over. Come on in. Dodge some axes. Because you just get to do that. Our bows are going to be way more accurate than the skirmishers. Got a bunch of Furies coming in. We're going to go beat the crap out of Valkia real quick. Because Valkia just can't do anything to this build. Does not work out favorably for her at all. Alright, we're going to pull back. I'm going to actually bring some Lothern Seaguard out now. And they're just going to scoot up to the edge of the forest here. The cultists are going to get way out of position, and we're going to go jump those guys. Good throwing axes, actually doing some damage. We're going to breath attack this. It's going to do so much damage. Oh, yes, baby. Arguably, maybe not worth it. They spread out pretty nicely before I could, like, really hammer them down. Let's go get these cultists. There's, like, nothing to defend them right now. We are all over the rest of the Khorne army right now.
Serve the king.
Use our stuff here. You can pile into that if you want to, but we're going to get a really good rear charge. Going to get a ton of focus fire here. Our opponent's taking a while to cap this up. We could maybe even send an Illyrian Reaver cav down there. They will lose in the one-on-one, though. That's part of the problem. Really good throwing axe value there. But we're going to pull back. Let's get away. Now we get a Silver Helm in. We'll just go over here and fight the fleshies. So they're a little out of position now. And the archers are just going to keep poking the cavalry. And these flesh hounds are dead now. Rotate over, try and dodge Sleipnir. Not really. It hit pretty square, but we do have heals, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go hover over these guys and heal it up. We're gonna go fight over this other objective now. One Lothern Seaguard's gonna go over. There we go. Maneuver over. We're gonna go take the point here. I'm gonna leave our shooters here for a moment. Our lord might actually be able to get this cultist. We're just rotating. Getting another Silver Helm out. It looks even, but it's really not at all. Khorne just hasn't really done any important damage, is the big thing. Like, we got these big single entities that are just going to keep getting healed. We're, like, really poking down the horsemen over here, and we got a bunch of cav coming up now. With Lothern Seaguard, who can really help to cap this.
Defending order.
We'll get out.
Mark.
We'll keep poking. Poke them all.
By your command.
Poke them into ruin, in fact.
As you say. Loyal.
It is my goal.
Onward! Can I be brave for the king?
Alright, they're trying to hold here. We just need our bows over there to help hold. And we'll bring another Shadow Walker out.
For duty.
Up onto this point here.
Carried by the winds.
We got plenty of time to keep playing in here.
Make old one proud.
Assyrian guides us.
For our ancestors.
Illyrian archers.
Acknowledge.
Poking some Furies over here. Got the Shadow Walkers still going in. We're going to fight these guys. We got a decent engagement over here. God, dude, Khorne can't do shit to this build. Oh my god. It's brutal.
Illyrian Reavers.
It's so clinical because you just have like all the mobility in the world. You've got a bunch of healing.
Repositioning.
It will be done.
And your opponent really can't touch you. Just have to avoid the Khorne Gores, and we're kind of doing that right now. We're going to use the Shadow Walkers and the Lotherns to just shoot them to bits now.
I go for Oak One.
That's a really good Sloupnir. Oh, she canceled it? Yeah. Got canceled. And keep popping the heals.
Sir, haunts me.
Yeah, we're winning up top here. Those are Khorne Gores, so we should get away. A little bit of damage there. Chill out here. And we're going to get a white line of Trace in here to do some damage.
As you say.
Yeah, Khorne Gore's dead.
Assyrian guides
Keep
us.
killing these guys. We're going to go after the cultists again. And this is a Silverhelm fighting a Khorne Horseman, which is fine. Need them to be shooting. We got a good attack here. Shadow Walker's still wearing a bunch of stuff out.
Potent spells.
We're gonna pop another Earthblood here.
Magic's unleashed.
And we're gonna beat up Valkia now.
It shall be done. Sinner.
Oh, these guys got caught. What the hell happened here? Why did y'all run into combat with Khorne Gore? Oh, they're out of ammo, that's why. Makes sense. So they need to get unsummoned. We're going to keep poking here. We're going to get some charges going. We're going to get more white lines of Trace over here. These guys are going to shoot here. We're going to send the cav over. We haven't really even needed our breath attacks, honestly. We're going to use an Ember Storm here in a minute, though. This is actually a pretty decent spot for a breath
Sir,
attack.
haunts me.
Yeah, just big damage on the poor Furies. And this is going to be really punishing for the Chaos Warriors.
Northern Seaguard. Without.
And we're just going to go all out for this objective over here now. Because my opponent's, like, kind of panicked. They really don't have the meat on the field to be taking this now. One Shadow Walker's engaged in combat.
Kill them. Destiny sends me.
We'll get back up in the air. We'll get a breath attack down on these Chaos Warriors. Probably actually over here. I think it's a little bit more needed there.
We go.
Where's the Omen of Assyrian? It's up in the sky again. Okay. We got the Wind. We've got all of our cavalry here who are going to commit to fights. So you want a little bit of a wide edge to actually hit this.
Seal.
Even though we did friendly fire, super worth, dude.
Carried by the winds.
And we're gonna land here, and we're gonna get the Shadow Walkers onto Valkia.
Illyrian archers.
Our breath attack the fleshies.
For duty.
Oh my god, it does so much damage. Jeez.
Illyrian archers. Serve the king. Swiftly.
The Shadow Walkers are busy killing the cultists, so let's get the Archmage out of here. Let's get the Phoenix, the Dragon, and the Archmage back together for another really nice heal.
Archers.
Northern Sea Guard.
Silver helm.
We're gonna need to start unsummoning stuff in a minute, because our units are a little beat up. These guys can get unsummoned.
Orders received.
Same with these guys.
Now, Archmage. For all of one.
Attack. Fall back.
Ouch.
Illyrian reavers.
Assur Archmage.
We'll land.
A prudent position. Witness true magic.
And we'll fight here. I mean, Valkia can get good value in this matchup, and against this build, she is not going to be able to win it, is the problem. What I think you do to counter the air build is actually go with Skull Taker on the ground, and you go like full mobility as Khorne. But without Marauder Horseman. And you just work on killing the Archmage. Actually breaks the Archmage here. Might be able to get rid of her. Should be a little unfortunate for me, but she should be able to rally back in eventually.
Illyrian
And we've still got the Omen of Assyrian. And we did actually trade the Lords out. So we killed Valkia over here. You can see her. Couldn't quite get away. Yikes.
Illyrian reavers.
I got good value out of a lot of our units here.
Following orders. Illyrian reavers.
Without
How'd the Lotherns do? They were respectable. High Elves just don't have a lot of infantry that can trade up. I mentioned it earlier, but that's definitely the thing that holds them back. Like their biggest weakness. It just takes so long to value trade with your melee units. If you ever do. We got 4,000 supplies banked up. We didn't need those 4,000 supplies. Just because we were all over our opponent. How am I digging the Elves? Dude, I love the Elves. I've never not loved them. The problem is that they just are kind of bad. But they got some good matchups. This is one of them. You just go with the big dragon build and just dunk on your opponent. We didn't have a lot of breath attack opportunities or Ember Storm chances. Probably could have used them a little more aggressively, but wasn't really all that important. Those Furies actually did a shit ton of damage. Damn. Yeah, Khorne is, Khorne does not like High Elves very much. What do we want to do here? Vampire counts into Khorne. This is a really horrible matchup for the Vampire counts. Like, pretty well and truly abysmal. I'm wondering if maybe there's some way to win it. And Krark Lord, not very good on the dragon, huh? What about this guy on the Hellsteed? Is he gonna be able to do anything? I don't feel like you are. Just go like mega magic support maybe. Like White Kings with absolutely nothing on them. Maybe Manfred with his sword on the dragon. Cut everything for a sec. Get those. He doesn't have greater arcane conduit, so I don't think I really need the arcane conduit. Just going for the spells I think is going to be better. Gaze and a gash. Couple these guys. Bring yourself some zombies, I guess. I do think you need some Cryptors, a Vargeist. I think you want a Blood Knight to open, actually. Just so Khorne can't totally overwhelm you. Scab's Grace is not going to be super useful. We got our boy. Do we need any more spells? Doom and Darkness could be kind of good here. Let's try that out. Maybe we can, like, Terror Bomb Khorne. Do some Grave Weapon, or Great Weapons, Blood Knight, another one. Mortis Engine I don't know about, maybe a Black Coach. And just some Spears, and then a couple Cryptors maybe. Don't have the AP with the infantry though. I guess the Graveguard, or not the Graveguard, the Cryptors could get it done. I don't know, though. I mean, this will probably be a pretty abysmal loss on my end. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna swap the map and then we'll get into the next one. Totally forgot about it. The thing that the vampire counts struggle with is the Wrathmongers. You just have like no answers to them, dude. They are insane.
You have been bested.
They do a shit ton of damage. They kill like everything in your army also. Yeah, there they are. Freaking Bloodwake Berserkers, dude. They're wild. Let's do some Dunes of Cain. That's a good map. Alright. This is probably going to be my last game, by the way. Get this one done, then I'll probably dip out. I wanted to play in the King of the Hill, but yeah, it's first come, first serve. I've been kind of doing my own thing today anyways. I'm not going to hang around for it.
I serve me.
Corpse act.
Okay.
Still my beating heart. The living will join us. Everywhere is death. It is time.
So you do want to bunch your units up a little bit as the vampire counts for sure. You do want to have your you do want your corpse cards to be a little bit spread out though. You don't want to be so thick on the ground that you are just totally isolated and your opponent's like got you in their grasp right off the bat. And the White Kings are going to sit here with these guys, and we'll see what we can do with the Königstein Stalkers. I think I'm going to actually leave them out here on the flank to open. Blood Knights are going to go try and cap up some objectives. Got some Crypt Ghouls for the late game caps. Got Graveguard here. We got some Skeleton Spears to throw out later. You want to go kind of elite because otherwise you just bring like a swarm of Garbo and it just gets overwhelmed. Okay, our opponent's not fussed about it. That was a little bit of my bad. I didn't mean to ready up on him so quick. So the Hounds of the Blood Hunt are pretty tough. They can be a kind of annoying unit. It's a lot of throwing axes here. See what Manfred can do to go beat up on these guys. Lots of Marauders. Let's get our Blood Knights over here. And that's very sneaky, getting up on the corner of the objective and just, you know, maintaining the cap so that you get it. We're going to have to bring our Blood Knight in over here. We can actually take the fight here. We'll do a little bit of damage to Skull Taker. We just have to wear him out. You know, he does take a respectable amount of damage, and we can always heal these guys. They get hit by Bloody Onslaught, which we don't really want any smoke from. Now it's our turn to get, like, mega kited here. Which is going to be kind of rough. You know? What are you going to do about it, right? Cycle charge for the victory.
With haste.
Let's get up over here and get ready for breath attack, hopefully. Let's send the zombies to try and buffer a little bit. Karanak comes out, who's going to be a frickin' nightmare. Get the dire pack out here.
Swift as death's wings.
Oh, we kind of got free here. Let's get the heal. Let's keep charging. Let's get in here. Let's actually, like, land and go over here. So we're gonna go try and kill Karanak, I guess. Let's actually go in here. Let's go get this point now. What do we need, dude? Our White Kings are taking a lot of damage, but they're holding in here. Let's get some Cryptors out now. Actually got a nice win here. Let's keep going for mobility advantage.
Darkness comes.
Blood Knights are doing massive damage. Just need to keep hounding over here. We're gonna get a Crypt Ghoul up next. And our opponent made a big mistake leaving us unoccupied here. I don't know if this is possible, though, because the Bloodwake Berserkers are over here, like, killing everything. Which is super unsurprising, quite frankly. They are just crazy. Did get a massive heal. We get a big bunch of breaks here. We got a big swarm of horsemen that we're dealing with pretty nicely. Let's go kill the baddie over here. We're actually doing okay, all things considered. This is really not going poorly. The dire pack have been huge in this game. The White King's got a little bit of value, I guess. We just have to figure out a way to kill the Bloodwake Berserkers. We're gonna get a rear charge here. We're gonna break all of this infantry. Except for the Berserkers, who we're gonna have to swamp. Mostly with garbage. These Graveguard are actually gonna form up and get the Forsaken.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Darkness comes. All life must end.
With haste.
We're just gonna form up here. Absolutely no worries. We're just gonna wait. Get one Crypt Ghoul over here. Let's go get Karanak. Let's go kill the Forsaken. Or actually, can we get a breath attack on these guys? What are they doing here? Hey, they looking pretty healthy, but I don't know how long that'll last. Let's see about this breath attack. Hey, that was pretty good damage. There we go. That's it. Let's go, baby. That's what I was kind of looking for. Chillin'. Need the dire pack over here. We're gonna jump these guys. Bring in another Cryptor. Hanging on to the point, if just barely. That's all I really need. We're gonna get the rear attack here. We're just gonna make the Bloodwake Berserkers grind through a million zombies. We're gonna keep getting terror routes and all the Marauders.
One of your units has been destroyed.
Okay, and these Grave Guard are gonna hold while the mobility gets out of here. You get up in the air. A lot of throwing axes over here. Let's try and disrupt them. Don't want them to get too comfortable. So that's what the Vargeist are for. I'll actually use a Gaze into Gash here, because it does a lot of damage. Yeah, on the flank of infantry. And then we can collapse back in here and finish those guys off. And let's get this corpse card out of here. And just keep throwing zombies up. We're gonna get 2 zombies. We're gonna try and take the middle objective. Fury's winning in the sky versus the Vargeist, sort of. Although the Vargeist are doing alright. They should be okay. Alright, now our mobility is freed up.
Corpse cart, now!
So the corpse cart and... Where the hell are these Cryptars? These Cryptars are going to stay here as well. We're going to move to the middle. Kill these guys.
The enemy has captured one of your victory points. Take it back.
We got another Fury coming in. A black coach. I actually think a black coach would be kind of good here. Alright, we just gotta take the fight. Yeah, we're gonna lose this Vargeist. That sucks. Let's get off of the Berserkers. And get around the flank. So we can kill the Horsemen. Try and run these guys down. I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go. We just can't kill some of these other targets here. Wow, the Black Coast is kind of getting clowned on. So let's try and save this thing. Great weapon to get in here. Kind of a huge win with the Blood Knights and the Dire Pack. I really need to go... Really need them to go take this point. Got a bunch of Forsaken incoming. That's going to be super annoying to kill. They're unstoppable, practically. But you can't hold on multiple points, can you, man? We just gotta play for time, dude. We gotta kill Karanak. We gotta figure out a way to kill Skulltaker. I don't know how the hell we're gonna do that because he's kind of clowning on the Black Coach again. Yikes. Let's go run this over. Let's land on the ground. The Blood Knights have gotten a shit ton of value. They just can't carry this alone. Yeah, your stuff just stinks, dude. Yeah, according into Vampire Accounts, this does not feel doable at all, dude. Maybe with, like, better magic support you can pull it off. Skulltaker is just one of the bigger issues here. Because he's, you know, an anti-infantry duelist. And he's on a frickin' throne thing that heals like crazy. He's basically unkillable for the counts. And then he got those swords, dude. They do so much damage. That's a GG. Big ouch. Super tough matchup. I've done Kislev a couple of times, Sugar. You should go check out the Kislev stream I've done. I've got a good handful of replays where I play them. Tire Pack were great. Everything else was just ass, dude. Crypt Ghouls were alright, I guess. I'd cut these White Kings. They didn't get any damage done. I think you just need Graveguard great weapons in mass numbers, or you don't win. What would I do next time? I'd probably not even bother trying to cap the side point. I would just stick to the middle. And, Manfred, nah. I don't think Manfred's the answer. Maybe the Strigo Ghoul King? It's an anti-large character. He's got a ward save item. Bring Invo. And then you can gaze and gash the flanks, I guess. Maybe you do double Blood Knight in the opening. Maybe you just do 3 Blood Knights, in fact. You got 3 of these guys here. And then you throw some spears into the mix. Maybe a couple Fellbats help out as well. I'll mess around with it. I'll test it out. But for now, I will probably be dipping, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12:30. Kislev's tricky. They're a pretty niche faction, and for domination mode, they've got a lot better matchups than most, but they definitely need to like tool their builds very carefully for the factions that they're playing into. That's all. That's the last little bit of advice I can give you for the Kislevites. But yeah. Take care, guys. See you later. Peace out.